How's everybody doing? So nice to see you.
I don't know if we're live on YouTube yet.
We are not.
Doug, hi.
Doug wins the prize.
Hey, Doug is first.
He'll get one of these drinks. And boom, boom, boom.
All right,
we should be at 8:01, I think. Oh, there we are. Yeah, we should be.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready for a drink. Who else is ready for a drink? Yeah, actually, you guys have probably already, especially if you're in the East, you might have already started.
Oh, here we are.
We were trying. No, that's last week's.
Oh, yeah, it's the wrong shirt. Oh,
we're doing great.
Cripes. Anyway. No. The cripes are not here. I need to go backwards, don't I?
Yeah.
The videos. Boom. Yeah, I get the wrong one. This is the one upcoming.
There you go. Oh, okay, then just leave it.
Oh, no, they all say upcoming.
No, here, let me do it.
No, I'll take care of it.
All right.
Please.
I'm gonna let him take care of it.
I got a link right
I'm ready for it, but I can't.
Is this the still used?
No.
No. Wow. Okay. Maybe we're not there.
All right. Well, YouTube, we'll just have to come back.
Yeah, we'll just.
But Facebook, can you please go back to Facebook?
Absolutely. Oh, things are happening. Jen!
Joan is here. Hi.
Okay.
Lisa.
There we go.
Yep. Okay.
There we go.
Alan. Hello.
And Elizabeth.
Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Jen and Jennifer. Hello.
Good, Jen and Jen.
Lisa and Errol. Okay, good. Errol's this week. Okay.
Jennifer, talk amongst yourselves. Go out doing
Tom, hi.
Yep. Hey, Tom.
Yay, and Joan, I saw it. And Sandy and Jerry. Yolanda, Peter.
Here we go.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Jeff. Got Jeff too?
I did not. Hello.
Yeah, Jen's already started. I'm on the West Coast. No excuses. Seriously, if we were on like this ghost here.
I'm so ready for a drink.
Oh, gee, I'm not ready yet. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock somewhere.
Time.
That'd be here.
It's high time.
And on the left coast, there, you know what? It is definitely H-hour time already.
It's
so
true. It's 5 o'clock there.
5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock there.
All right. Maurice, hello.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, you're not late.
Oh, doctor? No.
Yes.
We started 2 minutes ago.
You're not late.
There was no late here.
Nope.
But the only thing to note is that I dropped the Spotify playlist just a minute ago. So if you're looking for it, look up the comments. I did the same thing over here once we actually are live. That's the Halloween.
You're looking at the wrong one. Here, let's scroll down.
What? Well, why is it coming up on the top?
No, go scroll.
Hold on. Why is it coming up on the top?
Down. No, it's here. Oh, it's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
Unless we do this.
Okay. See, we're trying to find where things are, folks. You know? That is the one.
We're doing great.
I tell you.
I hit refresh.
Oh, thank you. I could have done that.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Well, you could have.
Yes, I could have.
All right.
You're fumbling around, nothing happening.
Okay, drink time.
Looking like hot stuff. Anyway,
and
once
I
again,
have one.
Spotify playlist for all of you YouTubers.
Yay. Okay,
it's happening.
We got that going on.
If you're watching us on the Facebook and the quality just completely goes to hell and will not redeem, switch to YouTube. Right. We're on both. Boom, boom, boom.
I am garnishing this drink with a few craisins. The cranberry ones. Mike, hi. Oh, wait.
Oh, well, thank you, Mike. Hold on just a minute. I'm just reading the rest of this.
Oh, okay.
Well, I prefer to think that the turkey is perching, you know, although since it's quite a deceased turkey, one could think about that way. I'm just putting it this way, Mike. Why don't you have a turkey butt on your head? So there we go.
The Fraternal Order of Tiki Turkey.
Tiki Turkey!
I know. I wonder if we... Oh my gosh. Marcy,
hey,
hi!
So nice. It's been a terrible week. I'm sorry to hear. It's been bad for some people.
Kelly, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's been pretty bad for certain people. I have a manager who has the thing, and he's pretty sick. So, you know, crossing fingers and, you know, good wishes going out.
Yeah.
Anybody can send any mana that way, it goes appreciated. Just saying.
Indeed.
Yowza.
Yeah, that was really scary. Actually.
It's scary. We're in a hot spot.
I mean, it's not our story to tell, but it's really scary.
No.
So,
it isn't.
Anyway.
I really don't know the story. I have a very few details, and I think we'll let things lie and hear what happens when they go, because man's got a deal. So, but in the meantime, we're in a hot spot here, and, you know, we don't go anywhere we don't really need to.
A hot spot, and not a good kind of hot spot.
No.
not a fun kind of hot spot.
They said the Hudson Valley is hot. That's not what we were thinking. No good, man. So... And I have seen, did I mention this last week? Maybe we weren't, maybe this happened between last week, and saw two people in the supermarket without masks on. One gal was questioned by somebody in management. She's like, oh, I don't wear that. You don't wear what now?
Which is why we have a COVID problem. But anyway.
The mask thing, that's the thing you don't wear. You know, baffles me. People, you know what to do. All of you people here know what to do.
Jen says her turkey head is locked in a closet at her former place of employment. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, John.
Phooey.
Man, I wish... I'm not sure I saw them this year. I mean, it's a weird year, so... But there's a store by us that has them every year, so... Yeah.
So if we look, we could find it.
So I'm making something called the Thanksgiving Sparkler, which I started with 1 ounce of wild turkey because... Wild turkey.
Wild turkey. Hello.
And 1/2 ounce of apple liqueur.
Now, what had you done to that glass first?
I added some craisins.
Some craisins! Boy, that's fun.
And
since you're about to add some bubbles, I'll get this prepared.
Thank you. Oh, we've got new bubbly to try, too.
We do indeed.
So, we'll see how that is.
George.
You're all about the sound tonight.
No, I got some sound effects.
He is a sound guy for real. So, okay, so that's a 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, and I'm doing 5 dashes of ginger bitters. These are getting low.
Fling.
Right,
let's see here.
Oh, Jason
Hello, River. Pizza, Thanksgiving, baby. Lots of veg. Oh, great. Yeah, baby.
Great food and beverage. Oh, Alan and Elizabeth. Hello.
Steve Martin's Liberty
Good
Roast.
To see you.
Oh, that just sounds like some kind of great sort of thing. But definitely, Alan and Elizabeth again. Yeah, better for us on YouTube. Yeah, like I say, sometimes you're on YouTube, it craps out, go to Facebook, it's better. I can't explain it.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you indeed.
So Thanksgiving Sparkler. Mm-hmm. This was 1 ounce of, I'll be doing a variation on this later, I think. 1 ounce of wild turkey, 1/2 ounce apple liqueur, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, 5 dashes of ginger bitters, and add some chilled prosecco.
Oh, woo, baby. Yep. Violence, violence.
This is tutela.
The tutela.
So let's try it. We haven't had it.
I haven't actually tried it.
Yeah. So here.
Let's give it a whirl
so
and the old Aaron Burr glass.
All right. Let's see what we think.
It's got a nice dry aroma to it.
It was darn cheap.
It's darn good for darn cheap. Yeah.
Yep. Hi, Jen.
Eminently mixable. More Jens.
Yeah.
Hello. All the Jennifers in the house tonight.
Dan, hi. Mm-hmm. This is good.
What's up?
I like it. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, it started Christmas early. Oh, my gosh. I feel a lot of pressure.
The poinsettias. Mm-hmm.
I feel a lot of pressure because we do Christmas big around here.
You don't say.
And
some of our guests here may have seen this in person.
Yes, but I haven't done any Christmas decorating yet because I refuse to take down the Thanksgiving decorations until after dinner tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, there's something flying around in here.
Oh, jeez.
But I keep seeing people's beautiful Instagram photos of their Christmases, and it's gorgeous, and I'm starting to feel very triggered.
A little pressure there.
I'm so behind.
Feeling a little behind.
Yeah.
It's unfair on you. Come on, we have to live.
Jim.
Who else has a Thanksgiving tree? You know, we got a Thanksgiving tree rotating over there. You may have seen it in an episode. If you haven't, look it up. It's a great little thing to watch. You know, after the parade's over, maybe you don't watch the parade. I don't know. Maybe you don't watch football.
Aww.
Watch the Thanksgiving tree. We have one from a couple years ago that goes for about 2 hours, I think.
Thanksgiving tree video?
Yeah. It's up on YouTube. So
we do, but we have one this year that's like 20 minutes.
That's 20 minutes. If you don't have that much time to devote, and I don't say you should sit there staring at it, but you can put it on the TV in the background. Pretty fun.
You know,
what do the fortunes say? Oh, yeah, this is impossible to read. And it's going to be impossible even if I take it up on the camera.
Great things today.
Yep, I've got that. That's one. That's another expect great things. Maybe that's most of what it says. Some pursue happiness. You create it. That's a good fortune, right? That's the happiness one. Okay, that's
the happiness one.
The happiness one. Expect great things. Pursue of happiness. Is it just those two? Maybe that's it.
Oh, Jen. Yes, there is a parade this year. It's like one block.
Yeah, Macy's has restricted it severely. But it will be happening.
But it will be happening. There is a Macy's parade of some sort, and Santa will be there.
You've got professional bands instead of the high school bands. It's just a safety thing. You will have Broadway performers, And, yep, the man with the bag is going to end the whole thing because, of course, there's a point. So, you know what's great is that some of these crayons are floating now.
I know.
Oh, they're
Crazy.
actually ascending and descending.
It's kind of like special effect. It's like a lava lamp.
Yeah. It's a lava lamp in a glass.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Ooh,
So,
that's
and
good.
it's on, because I looked into this because I need to know. It's on NBC. And if you don't have cable, which we do not, it's on Verizon's YouTube channel.
So you can check that out.
At 9 a.m.
I think there are some other conduits. So NBC
Yes, John, it is
showing-
like the Yule log. It is exactly like the Yule log, but it's a
but it's
rotating
a
tree.
Honestly, I think it has the same hypnotic effect as
Devin,
the Channel
hi.
11 Yule log. So.
And Arnie, hello.
Hey,
yeah,
so great to
hello.
see.
Oh my gosh.
Did everybody see the collab we did with Pepper Tree Villa?
Yes.
It hit today.
Earlier today, we had a video. It was us and Pepper Tree Villa, and they did a Jello, and we did a Jello.
And we did a
It was
Jello.
really
It's
fun, so.
a hella lot of Jello. So, you know, check it out. A lot of fun.
Yes.
Big,
oh my
big
gosh.
stuff.
Devin, it's so good to see you.
It is,
Hey,
yeah, it's good to see you there.
I mean, it's good to see everyone.
Well, yeah, but you know, more people show up. We
Hey.
say hi to more people. It's marvelous.
Oh, you know, Devin, the applesauce was good. Believe it or not,
really was.
It was.
You know, well, like Midwest good, yeah. Well, particularly with the miniature marshmallows. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not the first time I've combined apples and slaw. Actually, when you make red cabbage, it's very common to throw an apple in there, and that really tempers
Hi, Gerald.
the flavors. And once you cook it down, and certainly once you've got the dressing working on the slaw and the slaw, that slaw version of it, that works very well. And if there's a certain sweetness to it, well, that's like deli slaw. It worked rather well. You know, it looked kind of strange, but
Tom said, Jennifer said it looks like a lava lamp about 2 seconds before I did. Exactly.
great minds, and she's totally drifting us. Boom, hello. Called the elevator.
The elevator.
Maybe that's the new name for it.
It kind of is.
Thanksgiving
Going
elevator.
up and then down.
The bubbles catch the craisins, up they go. Breaks a few bubbles, down they go.
Very zen.
I remember some magic trick book when I was a kid that had a similar effect. Favorite fortunate funly to be fortunate in everything. Ah!
I love that.
I hope we saved that.
He's the king of getting weird fortunes.
Oh yeah, I get them, and usually the whack job ones end up in my hat. Not this hat, the other hat, the one you see normally. Inside the hat band, I've got a bunch of fortunes. Yes, oh, it was just great, you know.
Chewy.
Fun stuff, and your Jello thing looked at like
Oh my gosh,
about
that
as
looks
alien as art
so
did.
good.
So
Looks
I
so good.
gotta say, big fun
What is
Glendora.
Hi, Amy.
for the TG. Glendora is
Glentora's
hosting Sid, I believe.
entertaining her father.
Yeah, because the mom-in-law is still stuck in the prison because she got a little demonstrative with some furniture, and it's unfortunate,
She
you know.
blew her chances at parole.
Blew her
so-
stack and blew her chances. So, Sally Charlie, you know, whatever.
Yep.
Jicama slaw.
Oh my gosh.
Similar to
That sounds
cabbage
good.
slaw.
I like jicama.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah, jicama is very mild and takes on the character of what's around it, I would suspect. And in my experience, that's like the exact texture of apples. So that's a good little
Yeah.
sub. Jicama should be available in your local super. You say hi to Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm behind times over here. Again, folks,
Chewing.
both platforms, if you haven't seen the Spotify playlist, just like go right up to the top. First comment I dropped tonight.
It's the same one as last week.
Same one as last week. But, you know, you want to listen to some tunes, we got some tunes. And you got something going on, but I don't have something going on.
You're awfully chatty tonight.
Well, we've got all these friends here.
I know.
We have our audience. I'm glad to entertain
But
it.
that's why you don't
That's
have a
the
drink,
idea.
is all I'm saying. I can make you a drink.
I need to make something because.
Yeah. Or,
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Devin is saying it's
You-
seemed like something from the Midwest. Yeah. Yeah.
You talk that magic combination of gelatin in any flavor, miniature marshmallows, and mayonnaise, and magic occurs from there on in. Add vegetables of choice. Saw one today that somebody posted that had a can of veg-all in
And
aspect.
gelatin.
It really had that look, sort of like a vegetarian head cheese, I gotta say.
It was so bad. Yeah, it was. It was bad.
And since it's gelatin, it can't be vegetarian. No, get it! Oh my. I'm going to take another shot of that Prosecco
Oh,
because
sure.
I'm a little dry, and that's actually a very good idea.
Oh, Trader
Jicama.
Joe's has jicama.
Thin and crispy. Oh, yeah.
I have not been to Trader Joe's since the
Thank you very
pandemic
much.
started.
Yeah, it's been some time. We don't have a local. Every Trader Joe's is an hour away for us or more.
No.
If we're passing through Paramus, sure, or Danbury, yep. But honestly, the closest one for us normally would be in the big city because you might be there and you can get to 22nd Street or 14th. Thank you.
Yes.
That's all her on the playlist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. One of our Trader Joe's is only like 45 minutes.
Which one?
Paramus.
Oh, that's true. I keep thinking that's
Yeah.
an hour, but that's a little less. That's ultimately the closest.
But still, 45 minutes to go to Trader Joe's.
You better make it a big,
if I'm driving by, but...
better make it an event and do
Yeah.
4 or 5 things because, you know.
You can fake headshots. Hi, Suze.
Well, like I said,
Hey.
you know, take your unflavored gelatin, combined with a can of veg-all, pour into pie plate. I think you pretty much got a good vegetarian head cheese, except for the gelatin.
Yeah, Devin, it looked gross.
So
It looks
if you can
disgusting.
find some sort of thickener that will make a clear gelatinous material that is not, you can do that with, what is that thickener? Irish moss. You could probably make something out of that. Experiment, please. You know, find the materials in your local ethnic supermarket and please experiment. Maybe we can make this happen. That's totally veg because it's seaweed. That's what it is. But it's a thickener. I'm trying to think of what the...
It's thickening.
It's very thickening. Carrageenan, I think is what that's called otherwise. So...
I was going to say Irish moss.
Irish moss, but yep. It's used in many things. I remember like in junior high school, somebody like hipping us to the fact that some ice cream had seaweed in it. We're all like, ew!
My turkey.
Yep.
Susan's asking about my turkey.
Oh yeah.
It's just
the fascinator.
It's just a weird turkey fascinator, but the clip is on the bottom, so it stands straight up.
Yep. We both have these very
I didn't make it.
erect turkeys today. It's kind of fascinating. You don't
You can't
say.
say that.
I just did apparently. Well, I'm going to proceed with speaking of turkey. How about
Collagen.
a little bit of
Yeah,
vitamin?
Doug says collagen.
Collagen.
Yeah.
Collagen is still animal based, so that's going to give you trouble.
Yeah.
Just like the gelatin. The gelatin is so far transformed from what it was to begin with that I have seen pronouncements in Hebrew that it's actually kosher. That's not a universal opinion, but one of the certifiers actually thought so. Fascinating enough. Basically, that gelatin is refined collagen, as a matter of fact. So.
Yes, Jennifer, that's 70s cooking. Amen.
Oh, yeah. Maybe corporate. I could see that being a corporate thing from Joe's. They're pretty
I
attentive.
always really like going to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I just always go in New York City usually, and I've been in New York City once since the pandemic, and I didn't get out of the car. So
we were in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just hasn't.
And you were
really
glad to
been
be
on
in and
the
out, as a
radar.
matter of fact, that day. We're going to start with 2 ounces of the wild turkey. I decided one of the things we were working on today in terms of what are we making is Thanksgiving themed, Thanksgiving Eve themed, Thanksgiving Day themed. And I was just thinking, look, what are you going to make? Tomorrow when you're cooking a little bit and we're reheating and putting things in the oven, breaking all the stuff out of the freezer and putting it in, or when you're chopping vegetables and making them fresh. When
He's
you're
talking
stuffing
about
it or throwing it in.
because I cooked half my food like 2 weeks ago.
You cooked,
so.
and you cooked like a remaining quarter of it like by today. So it's like it's ready to go.
I know.
But
I don't have to do anything tomorrow except sit on my behind and watch the parade.
I need to make stuffing, and
And
I need
drink
to
drinks.
I need to get the bird going. So that's my big 2 things.
What are we making here?
We're going to make a Manhattan. You know where you getting that down?
Yeah.
Okay. You can actually call this the Chinar Manhattan because that's what you could have kept that. Okay. Anyway.
You mix drinks and I'll type.
Well, all right. That sounds like a good
2
thing.
ounces wild turkey.
2 ounces wild turkey because it's a Thanksgiving Manhattan. Why would I make such a thing? I would definitely reach for a Manhattan on a cooking day. It's a very pleasant thing. And straight up, and nothing else gets in the way. And it's one of those things that, like, my grandfather used to have. I think he just liked straight whiskey. So if you wanted to order a drink, who doesn't? You know,
Yeah.
If you wanted to order a drink in a place, what are you going to order? Something minimal, Manhattan.
All right.
So I took a look at I was thinking, how about some Amaro in there? And the Chinar is a really reputable brand. I like it a lot. And it does have a formula for Chinar Manhattan that I'm actually not going to do because that's way too much on the vermouth side. But I am going to put quarter ounce of the Cynar.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
And then, pardon me, sticky bottle. That's the thing about these Amari is that they have a pretty high sugar content,
That's
so
true.
things get sticky.
Amen.
You've seen it happen here.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Mom.
Hello.
Oh, we miss you too.
Oh, I know. Gee,
Aw.
you know, I'm glad you could be here watching us right here now. You know.
Oh. Hey, Robert.
Oh,
Oh
working.
my gosh.
Phooey.
Working, yeah. Oh,
hope,
my
hope that
gosh.
gets made up to you some other time. And about a quarter ounce of
Hi, Keith.
the sweet vermouth. There we go. Now we've already got
okay. Devin's getting takeout. Larice is going non-traditional.
Hello, that's about it.
I think a lot of people are. You know, I would have been totally fine with going non-traditional, but we honestly had 2 turkeys.
We were definitely going to do a bird because we had bird power.
We literally had 2 turkeys in the freezer, so like we gotta cook one of these turkeys. But
And there's things I would have missed if we didn't do them. So what the heck? We're going with all of our standards. It's all good stuff.
So okay, quarter ounce Cynar, and then what?
And quarter ounce Cynar, quarter ounce of sweet vermouth.
Okay.
I would normally make a Manhattan Perfect, but since we have the Cynar going in there, that's sort of the other aspect of that. And I'm going to add about 3 dashes of Abbott's Bitters. This is what I put in Manhattan. If you want to go to your store and buy Abbott's Bitters, I would say great, as long as it's about 1942.
Well, then what would you ask people? What would you suggest people buy?
I'm using Abbott's Bitters because I made them. You could use an old-fashioned bitters. 1, 2, 3. The Angostura works perfectly fine.
Let me just get my time machine and go to that liquor store.
Hey, I managed to make them, and they're really excellent. They're a little different. You can do that too.
You can, but probably not by tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not going to do it by tomorrow. That's true. Unless you want to come see us, I can get you a little vial of Abbott's. Ice your shaker. Shaker ice. It gives me love.
It gives you love. All right.
And find yourself a chilled cocktail glass.
All right.
That was a little bit of spray, so I'm going to clean that off.
Yeah, well.
Happens sometimes.
You guys should see this computer on Thursday mornings after one of these broadcasts.
Little sticker.
I go to like type a key and it is really sticky, and yeah, it's great for your computer.
When you think about more garnishes in cocktails, and I think you're definitely garnishing this baby with a maraschino. These are the ones we made ourselves. Use the best quality maraschino that you can find.
Oh, Jennifer said they got a bottle of Cynar recently and did the Cynar Manhattan. Okay,
oh, they did?
I just lost our...
Well, there we go.
Ugh. Okay, here we go. All right. Jennifer generously delivered Thanksgiving dinner to... Oh my gosh, Jennifer, that's wonderful.
That's
oh my
awesome.
gosh.
That's
That's
just
inspiring.
that's great. So marvelous. I love such an idea.
Oh. Okay, Doug says I just mixed something like a Manhattan, only with Appleton 12 and the Cappelletti. That stuff's really good.
Cappelletti is very good.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend.
You know, we had something like that the other day.
A skewer over there. Did that disappear?
What kind of what
It had a maple leaf on top.
I didn't touch it.
Oh my.
Are you sure that? Oh, here it is.
Oh, very good. You didn't. You did in fact not touch it. Here we go. And spear your cherry. This whole production number, you know. Grab my Strano. Strano, not Drano.
Oh,
Drano
yeah. Larissa's just popped the keys off to clean them. See, my solution is to say we need a new computer.
You know, the desktop died last year fall, and it was completely mordant until March. When I had the time, I said, you know, I'm going to repair this, and I figured out that the real problem was the hard drive.
Oh my gosh!
Replaced the hard drive, reinstalled everything, working fine.
Oh, 612 Tiberius is asking us about our backdrop. Oh, thank you. We changed the records. Normally we change them at least weekly, but these have all been up here for Thanksgiving season.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they're my Thanksgiving theme. And then the decorations are got a lot of vintage cocktail stuff back there, sort of interspersed with. Thanksgiving.
Variouses and sundries. I don't know if we've done the rundown on what is in the rack right now. I think we've got a pretty good look starting upper stage right with Roger Williams' Autumn Leaves. That's the reissue of the big hit. I think there was a version of that called Autumn Leaves 65. I'll stop singing before we get copyright strikes.
I don't think we're going to get a strike from that.
Got a great, yeah, I hope not. Jeez, that would definitely mean something's off. We have a Mozart and Haydn record on Vox. John will recognize that sort of thing. That has a great little painting that looks very homey, so it fits.
It's autumnal.
It's autumnal.
That's how that was chosen.
I'm not saying that Mozart is specifically autumnal, but yeah, you couldn't hurt. Noro Morales and his orchestra at the Harvest Moon Ball on Forum. That's a label that was Roulette. It's a Roulette subsidiary. So, and I recall that being a pretty mid-tempo cha-cha kind of thing going on there.
Okay.
Dropping down to, this is one of the favorites, something you looked for years. Music for Gracious Living series on Columbia Records circa 1955. Peter Barclay and his orchestra with Buffet. It just has like that whole divided like thing between the rooms there. And there is the buffet. On this buffet, we appear to have a Virginia ham.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have a ham on their
mashed potatoes.
buffet,
Seems to be sort of a spread of some sort of vegetables that might be cranberry sauce. And the biscuits, and of course, there's a cake.
But those records from that series have recipes.
Yes.
Like,
so you can actually, some of that food is probably featured on the back.
Which leads us to, here how to plan the perfect dinner party.
Gaynor and Dorothy Maddox
also has recipes, and it says, Gaynor and Dorothy Maddox, nationally known food columnist, and his charming wife tell the secrets of preparing 4 gourmet dinners with supreme ease.
Supreme elan, and it takes them no time at all. Well, that must be the Martha Stewarts of their day. My, oh my. But listen to the record, you'll find out what it is. This apparently was part of a whole series on Carlton Records. I think there were like 8 or 10 of these. One of them was like how to bowl the perfect game, that kind of stuff. I'd like to find the rest.
Another one. We have another one that's like how to, it's like something with boats.
Boating, okay.
Yeah, it's like a here how to operate your dinghy or something. I forget. But
operate your Boston whaler. You gotta do that.
Your Boston whaler.
How to operate your whaler. Here's the instructions on your instructional record.
Oh, all right. We'll see you later, Robert.
Hey, bye, Robert.
Gosh.
So good to see you.
Oh, Jen loves this paint. That's a Fred.
That's a Fred original.
Fred Rawls from Ninth Wave. He's a very talented artist.
And the drum kit is a fantastically talented artist, as you can see. He does commissions and things, so you want something that looks kind of fun, get in touch with Fred. We can put you in touch.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, he's a super talented artist.
Any questions like that?
Oh my gosh, the X key doesn't work.
No.
Oh no.
Thanks to our... Oh.
Oh my gosh. Can you recommend an acapella?
Broken down truckers back up and running. Well, you know, I'm glad that you're doing it, Robert, because they would certainly be up a certain creek otherwise.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir.
Exactly.
It's the day for it. An ocarina album.
I cannot. Possibly,
no, but
possibly Paul can.
That reminds me of that. Are you saying that because you've seen Monty Python's Meaning of Life recently? I'm just saying. An ocarina album. No, I can recommend a CD which has glass harmonica. As a matter of fact, that I have. That's also on Vox. I remember buying that in Philadelphia. It's actually a pretty cool record. It's a fun instrument. It doesn't get much airplay, but I think there were some pieces by Mozart composed for the instrument at the time. Kind of cool. Yes, the ocarina song. That's kind of was in the back of my head too.
Yeah.
To playing the ocarina. Have you tried this little Wonder Miss?
I have not.
Well, please. I wish you would. I will tell you, if you're a Manhattan fan, you could do so much worse than a Chino Manhattan.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
I personally recommend going off of formula because they use a lot of both of those things. I like to use maybe 2 ounces to 1 or 2 ounces to a half even. So I really did 2 ounces to a half of everything else. Added some bitters because I like the bitters. Cherry works very well. Twist would work perfectly fine. You can do both.
So I just wanted to, some of the other things in here. Okay, well this is Music by Candlelight.
With Eugene Jeleznik and Carlos Arroyo from the Teogra restaurant.
It's Teogra. I don't know where that was, but...
Not a clue. Anybody? Who knows? This could be anywhere in the country.
But I love it because these people are sitting, you probably can't tell detail here, but they're sitting at a table in a restaurant, and then there's this whole salad bar behind them. And then these 2 musicians wandering up to their table. So it's a salad bar restaurant with wandering musicians.
Yeah. Well, there appeared to be other things happening in that buffet there. Speaking of buffets, so you could probably get yourself a complete meal and various and sundry parts.
It even has a sneeze guard.
And it even has a sneeze guard, believe it or not, even for the day. Good idea. Good idea today.
And then some of these, I thought I would point out, these, you can't, I don't know if you can tell, but like I've got these
Really
little ceramic turkeys. Those were my aunt's.
Yes, she collected these little figurines.
She had little
I think most of them
animals.
say Japan. These were mostly
Yep.
Japanese ceramic from the time. So it probably dates about 60s,
that
70s.
one,
That's when that stuff was very
that
popularly
one too.
done. Yep. Yo, okay, definitely
then
a couple of guys down
Those
here.
came, no, those came from
yeah.
those came from Red Rose Tea.
Yeah, these are actually made by Wade China, Wade Porcelain.
They used to put them in tea
England.
boxes. Oh.
Yeah, I collected a bunch of these guys.
Reading Lisa's comment about Martha Stewart.
Always use your own keys. I'm just saying. Don't you know you're supposed to use your finger? You know. Whoa! Bang, bong, bang.
Oh, that's
Continuing
hilarious.
with records, we also have what could be the ultimate Thanksgiving album cover, Sam and Dave, the I Thank You album.
Yes.
It's actually a great album, and I highly recommend it if you are on Spotify or some of the other services, and you can access things which are pretty hard to find otherwise. Just give it a listen. The title track is great, and it has their, of course, original excellent version of Wrap It Up. But great selections. They're at the top of their form. They're just a wonderful combo. Always loved Sam and Dave.
Anything else? Oh, the Foghorn Leghorn glass.
Oh yes,
Because poultry.
because poultry. You know.
That flowers in a Foghorn Leghorn
It
glass.
was definitely a thrift find. It was probably something that originally contained
That's a
jam or
thrift
something.
find. A lot of these are. Oh, my mom got me that.
Oh yes.
Got me that. Mom.
Yeah. Hello. Still
the
have that.
turkey.
That was probably like Home Goods or something. That turkey.
These little pastoral deer were found in our neighbor's garbage.
There were people who were clearing out their house when they moved on from this mortal coil. Were a little cruel to all the funny little ceramics, so I rescued a bunch of them. Some things were kind of broken beyond repair, which is like, yeah.
But I just
guys.
sold some of them on eBay, so.
So yeah, to all you who think this is all just a bunch of garbage.
The people who threw out all the stuff in our neighbor's house dug it out of the trash and have sold it on eBay and Discogs.
We sold a few things for some sums of cash.
Yep.
Gotta say, look carefully, folks. By the side of the road, you never know what's going to happen. Pepper wants a cocktail. Okay, ready? Carefully.
I know. You can just send it through the.
Ping!
I feel like we need a.
Through the magic of.
I feel like we need a pneumatic tube that we can send people drinks.
I need to take a picture like in the Willy Wonka movie and beam it and receive it on TV. It's the first cocktail beamed on, sent by television.
There you go.
No sneeze, get out of the salad bar. Sho Shakuhachi Chang. I think I have an album that's all like Sho. It's on Cook Records. So the fidelity is actually very good for the 50s, but it's pretty cool. And yes,
well,
definitely.
that one's done. I think I'm going to take the advice and call the first one the Thanksgiving Elevator.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's a great one. It elevates
Jen's idea.
It elevates your spirits. And since it contains spirits, that's just spirits on spirits.
And my next one, I'm going to call the lava lamp because you'll see why.
You'll see.
I hope it still works. The bubbles have been open for a while now.
As long as they keep cold. I should throw them inside here. And
This
then
is live
fine.
video, so
this is the real thing.
something will
People.
invariably go wrong.
People, this is live. This is the real thing. It's like in the Three Amigos, which we just got recently, as a matter of fact. But this is real. This is real.
This is real.
This is real. Great scene.
Anyway.
That moment of realization.
But before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
I had to buy a new bottle of sour cherry liqueur because ours ran out.
You a hand with that?
If you want to do it.
I'd be glad to.
I don't need a hand. I could do it.
This is a weird zip strip. I have my knife back here, which I was smart enough to remember. You should always have a pocket tool when you're about to go live because you never know when something's going to give you trouble. But that actually was pretty smooth.
All right.
Gotta say. So.
Cork. I noticed he offered to take off the zip strip and not the cork.
I would have been very happy to take off the cork, but you just dove right in.
Just dove right in. All right.
Yes, you did. Have we tried this?
We have tried it, but it's a new bottle.
Okay.
Let's try it
again.
This is a new batch.
New batch, new flavors. Who knows what's happening?
This is an artisan liqueur. It might taste a little different.
From batch to batch, you never know. I suspect their QC is very good because we've had a few bottles of this and it's always been excellent. Very nice rounded fruit flavor.
So good. It tastes like a cherry pie.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh my gosh, it just tastes like a cherry pie.
Oh, yeah. Nom.
Now
Really,
I want to make cherry pie.
They just infused a ton of fresh fruit and got the essence out of it, and that's just spot on.
Man, that is good.
Mmm.
Oh, yeah.
Nom.
Hi, Leslie. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the shout-out. I appreciate that.
Yes, please. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it's like a transporter.
More cherry cordial.
Dano, hello.
You can start and trek for cocktail trends.
Oh, you bought 3 more bottles. This is so good. I haven't had it straight for a long time. It just tastes like a cherry pie.
So yummy. You could definitely throw some of this into a Manhattan type cocktail with good results, and you could cut that half and half with the vermouth to get that sort of, that herbal nature to it. I think that's a good idea.
Right.
I've always thought that the cocktail pneumatic tube would be the way to go. I mean, I wouldn't launch this, but I would put that all in, put your shaker together, and just arrives at your destination. Ba-dunk. Pour in.
Yeah, my New Yorkers who are here, tri-state area people, American fruits, sour cherry cordial. It is sublime.
That started out as a winery in an apple orchard.
It still is.
It still is. They still make the wine. They have an excellent selection of local wines. Excellent local ciders. Really, really great dry cider that they sell there. They got into
Loris, you need this.
They got into going to liqueurs, and you really do need this. And they started with these: the cherry and the apple, the pear. There is a black currant, which I don't think we've tried, which I really would like to try.
We're going to get it really next. Good. We just have to wait till we need black currant.
And there we go. This is true, yeah.
I forgot to put in my craisins.
Oh,
I'm not going to get my effect if I don't put in my craisins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see they come up on the zipper. I'm not going to get my effect. Craisins.
So, this is much the same drink that I made for the first round, except I'm substituting tequila for bourbon. And I'm substituting cherry for the apple liqueur. But it's fun to have drinks that you can just kind of mix and match like that, I think.
Yeah. Change the base up.
Makes life easy.
Change the base, make a different drink. That's like a Trader Vic trick. Vic used to do that sort of thing all the time. Just make one or more changes to the drink that you've got. I think it was every time they opened a new Trader Vic's, he would do a variation on the Mai Tai. And that was a different sour. London sour, Eastern sour, Munich sour. It's just a different base. London, I think, is Scotch. But otherwise, the ingredients are pretty much the same. How does it work? Quite well, I think.
So that was a ½ ounce of the sour cherry. And then I'm going to do a ½ ounce of the fresh lime, like I did for the first one.
Half ounce of lime makes a hell of a lot of sours do what they're supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
If you have more in the way, if you're making it sort of a tropical, you start piling on the liqueurs, you want to crank up that amount of sour, 3/4 or an ounce worth, and it will balance everything out just nice.
Back to the ginger bitters. 5 dashes. Wow. This little bottle gets lower and lower every round.
Check your stores, Louise. You might actually find this stuff on the shelf. If you do not...
She might be a little far to find it.
I think that they've got decent distribution. It's tough to say. It's not all that far ultimately. And of course, you've got some very good stores in state. There's also there's stores, I forget which counties have statey stores.
Loris, we just need to see you when the pandemic is over.
We'll just need to see you.
We just need to see you.
Yeah.
All right.
Do an exchange.
It's decided. We just need to see you. So, I'm calling this one the Lava Lamp.
Lava Lamp.
So, I named the first one the Thanksgiving Elevator, and I'm going to call this one the Lava Lamp.
It's hilarious.
Because they are bubbling like a lava lamp. Let's try it. Oh, yum. I like this one even better.
Maybe it's a tequila.
Maybe
you're just a tequila gal.
I like bourbon too.
That's really good.
I think it's the cherry.
That's really good.
It's cherry.
And I'll tell you something else about this drink. It actually is a very nice prosecco to use for this drink. But what is really getting me about this is fresh juice. That fresh lime is really coming through. Always recommend the fresh juices. And you don't have to squeeze everything. You don't have to core a pineapple in order to get pineapple juice. We typically use the canned.
Patrick, hi!
Hey, Patrick!
Oh my gosh, long time no
Good to see you.
see. Yay, you're
Yep.
here. Oh my gosh, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Oh, Angostura bitters and black and yellow sugar rim. That kind of sounds like the top of the Angostura bottle. Wow, that's great. St. Germain
Beautiful.
Daiquiri is a very good way to go.
Yep.
You know, it's a really nice liquor. It's got that very floral flavor. Really screams spring and summer, but you know, you're enjoying it right now. Keep on drinking them. That's what I can say.
I don't think it's ever a wrong time to enjoy a St. Germain drink.
I know. It's like, is there ever really a wrong
Yum.
time for the brown goods? You know,
Nope.
I could be in the middle of summer on a ridiculously hot day. Maybe I feel like I'm in Manhattan. Who knows? I'll do
Nan
it.
Gus, hello. Thank you for joining us. You're so
Yes.
sweet. And Colonel Keg, hi. Turkey necks.
Oh, I know what he's quoting there. Everybody know the Crusher?
Yeah.
Ram! Do the eye gouge. Do the eye gouge, you turkey necks. And if you don't know the original
Hi,
by
Jamie.
the Novas, of course you
Hey.
should. And of course there's the excellent cover
He's
by
right.
the... Oh, it's spacing right now. I was on such a roll too. The excellent cover by Psychedelic Jungle, well, the Cramps. Really, really great cover.
Do we have pineapple juice still?
Yes, we do.
Okay, for Patrick, let's do a mocktail.
Jello mold with pineapple rings in the can.
Did you do the mold in the can, Patrick? I haven't been online too much today.
Interesting.
I need to know if you did that in the can, because if you did, I'm obsessed.
The in-can mold. Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And if you did, how did it come out? Because I'm really, I would have a certain amount of fear for that.
Now I want to do that.
Mocktail with pineapple. Well, we've already had a few cocktails there. We could certainly mock something up.
Go for
You know
it.
what we have in back of us is pineapple in cube form. If you were to shake that up, that would constitute very well.
Oh, you mean ice?
Yes. That's
Okay.
In fact, if you were to throw it in the glass with some other things, and that would be the only ice for a minute, that would start melting it right down.
Trying to think what we have. Okay, we've got the bitters.
What is on the tube, by the way? We've got Santa Claus in prison in the UK. Something's very wrong with this.
Get Santa.
Get Santa.
Something like that. I forget. I don't even know. I put on some Christmas thing. Some Netflix Christmas.
Some Netflix Christmas thing where they arrest Santa Claus, you know.
I forget.
That kind of thing.
I forget.
And boom.
Oh, okay.
Green cranberry sauce can with the pineapple rings. Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. We have to
Oh.
make that.
Gotta see pics.
Yeah,
Gotta take a look at the pics.
I gotta get online, and I'm sure you posted a picture. I gotta get on.
We'll take a look at that, shall we?
Yeah. Okay.
You have inspiration?
I think if you could grab the pomegranate,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of behind some things, but it's there, and the
Right.
pineapple. Yeah, I think I can make this work.
Here's your pineapple. 1 ounce per cube. Be right back.
I was well. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm going to do it this way because it's here. All right, mocktail. Mocktail time. I think this is going to be really good. Got a drink called the Jive Turkey. Oh my gosh, giblet gravy, stovetop stuffing. It'll probably be pretty good, actually. Hilarious. I think that might not be bad. I don't mind the savory drinks. Now, I think that the stuffing, I think you would have to do that in a blender. But, and I know everyone just went, ew! But,
What, the drink with the stuffing?
uh-huh.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember the stuffing.
And giblet
drinks.
gravy.
Yeah, the stuffing, the gravy, you know, I know it sounds weird,
All right.
but have you tried it? Just asking.
All right. So, I know which glass I need even.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
please, if you would.
I want to use the driftwood glass.
Oh, that's an excellent
Okay.
idea. That's a nice little looking
A
thing.
juice size. This is not 1 ounce.
That's an ounce. Well, that's kind of short. That's why short.
Yeah, no.
Get a standard size
All
cube.
right. That's an ounce. All right, so we're going to do an ounce. Sticky.
There you go.
Thank you. An ounce of pineapple juice. And then, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Thank you. Hi, Julie.
I don't mind.
Okay. Let me start with pomegranate. Let's get this out of here.
Mm-hmm. Get this out of here.
Get that out of there.
Pink.
And pomegranate. I am thinking What happened to my... I'll use this. My measuring thing. Okay. I'm going to try 2 ounces of pomegranate.
That seems like a very reputable place to start. The pomegranate is a bit tart.
Yeah, okay.
Bit tart,
All
bit
right,
sweet.
I like this.
So if you're sweetening that up a little more.
And then I'm going to do lime because this will be a little too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think you're balancing it right back out.
1/2 ounce of your fresh lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to do some bitters.
Mm.
So, or
am I?
Or orange bitters.
Orange. Okay. Thinking about it.
Yes.
We do have the cranberry bitters, which sound like they'd be very good.
Uh-oh.
And
I just shot bitters onto the keyboard.
this is why we have a little
I think I'm going to do both orange
Not
and
myself.
the aromatic. These are both available in the supermarket.
This is the bitters you can find everywhere in the country in your supermarket.
Yep.
For some reason.
Angostura orange. Oh, could you write down what I did?
I'll be glad to.
Thank you.
And I gotta go here.
Yep.
And I gotta go there.
Get it.
And I gotta grab a.
There you go. Okay. All right.
All right. So that was 2 ounces.
You know what? Let's get a swizzle stick.
2 ounces of pineapple.
It was 1 ounce of pineapple.
1 ounce pineapple. Ah.
1 ounce pineapple. 2 ounces of pomegranate juice.
2 ounces of the pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate juice.
We were using which one?
Knudsen,
yeah, which is really just pom. Go for something that's just juice. You don't need any sweetener in there. We're adding sweetener to it to get that up. So, and you added 1/2 ounce of
1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, and then 5 dashes of orange bitters, 5 dashes of aromatic bitters. Let's try it. That's really good. If I do say so. It's downright refreshing. If you have the ingredients, I'll take care of it later.
Oh, I'll just
Thank you.
get all that stuff down.
Thank you.
Our pineapple was in cube form, so I'm giving this a stir. Some more of it actually makes this colder. It also dissolves to get that. And very spicy nose on that, and that's coming from the bitters.
Yep.
Really remind me of baking, and it's that time of year.
I'm happy with that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
This is nice.
I think it does need a straw, though.
Yeah, I think so. Got a large stir in there, a little hard to reckon with.
You know.
But not impossible.
Okay. This will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm happy with that. Do you have it? Okay.
Passing it back. Very good.
Right.
Recommended. And here we go.
And it will change flavor over time because the pineapple will melt.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to do that. And if you just had the pineapple juice and the palm and things were not actually cold, definitely throw some ice in, give it a stir. You'll be fine. Real easy. No need to shake it up or anything. But if you like to serve it in a cocktail glass, well, why not?
That's true.
A mocktail glass. And that
would
work perfectly fine. And it would look quite classy.
Yeah, if you didn't have the cube, if you were just using pineapple juice, you could serve it in a cocktail glass.
Yep. Be lovely.
That would be lovely.
We have served.
And you could do it in a champagne flute and top it off with some seltzer or some club soda, which would also be nice.
That worked just fine.
Mm-hmm.
There is such a thing as non-alcoholic bubbly. That could be had too.
That's true too.
So that's a possibility. Got some things you can do. What are you using? Mm-hmm. Ginger ale. If you had a really dry ginger ale, that'd be okay. We're trying not to make this very sweet, but you got some potential there.
Yeah.
So big fun. Hello.
I'm slurping it down.
A little fluid, not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, still enjoying this Manhattan. This is a Cynar Manhattan. I recommend it. You can use Cynar in place of a sweet vermouth in many cases. It has a bitter sweet taste to it, so it's definitely going to like pretty bitter up your cocktail. Absolutely recommend using...
Of your cocktail.
Yep, absolutely recommend using bitters in your Manhattan. I use Abbott's. You're not going to be able to find those unless you make them. Although I think somebody out there is making
I was just thinking, but that's done, so if you could...
Bust it away?
Bust it away.
I thought it might melt a little.
Okay. Well, yeah, it needs to melt. But...
Topping with ginger ale. Yep, definitely.
Yep, absolutely. That'd be
a ginger beer, if you like a really big ginger hit, sure. Absolutely no question.
Oh my gosh, if you did that with ginger beer. If you got a really hot, spicy ginger beer, that would be good. That'd be really good. If
you were thinking, gee, I don't like all that sugary stuff, there's definitely diet ginger beer. I think Barrett's, definitely. If you're thinking, I really am trying to avoid all the sweetener, get yourself seltzer. You can get ginger seltzer for one.
Joe.
That's available many places. Hey, Joe. Woohoo! Listening and cooking is the way to do it.
Yep.
It's like watching Julia Child and just like looking along. Oh, I'm preparing the bird. Here we go.
Sprite ginger. We could get Sprite ginger for a while and then not again.
Then it was kind of tough.
I'm just going to blame pandemic. But...
distribution is a little spotty, but look around, you might find. One little trick that we use around here, check out the ethnic section at your supermarket, or if you have a market that is just very heavily populated by such products, we have both. You can find a product that's made in Jamaica that's ginger extract. And that's just, it's kind of like ginger juice. So you can really add a really heavy hit of ginger without any sweetener.
That's true, yeah.
And seltzer, and suddenly you've got like a heavy ginger seltzer, no sweet, or add whatever sweet you want. And that's a great little thing. Sometimes I just want the taste, I want the flavor without the sweet. So that works very well.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of possibilities, you know. If you think, oh, nice, got a nice dry ginger ale that'll work well, yeah, give that a whirl. Right. Can't do much with this, so.
Guess we hated that drink.
Terrible. What can I say?
Oh, good.
So, still working this Manhattan.
Ginger tea from the Asian market. Exactly.
We frequently use tea as a base of things. It's an excellent base for punch. Green tea, frequently used. Black tea, frequently used. But the flavor teas. Yeah, ginger tea. But definitely. So that's worth doing.
I want them to get Sprite ginger back, though. That was really good.
That was really good. It's a really good thing to do with the Sprite, I would say.
And then, like, Gone with the Wind. Although our store, I think...
In and out.
This is a weird question, but did Fresca become, like, the hot thing for a while? Because I just bought it on a whim a few months ago. And I was like, oh, this is good. I'm enjoying this. So then the next time I wanted to buy Fresca, none.
Gone with the Wind.
And then I got it again, and then again, none. So it's selling out like crazy. And that, which says to me that it must be a thing, but it completely passed me by, so.
There are definitely certain sort of classic drinks out there on the market that involve grapefruit soda, usually a sweetened grapefruit soda, like sugar. But you could sell the Fresco.
That sounds great, Jennifer.
An egg.
Oh. That sounds great.
And sprinkle in nutmeg. A flip. A flip is a classic style of a drink.
Yep.
And, very fortifying because you got a whole egg in there. Definitely.
Oh, my gosh.
Thanksgiving Eve cocktail. Whoa.
Oh, nice. Is it Fresca is a new LaCroix? Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Because I'm
That's great.
Clearly this is a thing, and I totally missed it, which would not be the first time I've completely missed some cultural phenomenon, but...
All right, so Pepper is asking about a Thanksgiving Eve cocktail.
Thanksgiving Eve cocktail, okay.
Well, here's the question that we pose before we start making any recommendations. What do you...
Okay, and Joe is saying Fresca is a thing on the television show The Boys. Okay, see?
Oh, okay, Fresca.
Haven't seen it, but...
Gee, if like only Tab had been a thing on there, they might have saved it, but I think Tab is gone now. So, it's gone. You know, if you really want to...
Or leaving.
If you want to replicate that flavor,
leaving.
You know, maybe you can get yourself some Coke syrup and then just add some saccharin and away you go.
I have an idea.
Seltzer it up. Aluminum shortage.
I think you're right.
This is true.
I think you're right, Lawrence.
Partly driven by a hell of a lot of these brew pubs, which suddenly could not sell kegs. So they pivoted and started canning. And then suddenly there was a problem with getting that many aluminum cans.
Ah!
It's craziness. Absolute craziness.
I have an idea.
For
the Thanksgiving Eve cocktail.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, well, I know. Arnie's talking about our episode. Actually, we could do that. We could do that.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Irish Catholic guilt mixed with whiskey. I love that. Hilarious.
Well, if you got yourself, a bottle of the Bushmills and you've got yourself a little bits on your conscience there, pour it into the glass and add a wee bit of water just to, take it down a bit, and you might want some ice, and then you can drink it and just brood. And there you go.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Oh yeah, well, take your time. Here's the thing about Thanksgiving Eve
look at my
cocktails.
notes.
It's Thanksgiving Eve. I'm
There we
having
go.
Manhattan because I think that's an entirely reputable thing to do many, many times in the year. I would
Oh,
definitely-
we need that. I know what we need.
Okay,
All right,
just
I
wait.
got it.
I will definitely do something like this tomorrow because that's the sort of thing I do while cooking. If you want something with fizz, we've already done 2 excellent things
Hey!
with the fizz. The elevator. Got to try it again for quality control purposes.
That's the lava lamp.
Lava lamp is lovely.
And we also need the blackberry.
Lava lamp is
And the
lovely.
ginger bitters are here.
There we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, well, that's just, you cannot get better. So blackberry liqueur, and you have the ginger,
We need
ginger
1 ounce
bitters.
each of the rums.
Okay.
And the ginger bitters.
Well, I'd be glad
the
to.
blackberry,
glad to
which
mix.
I will grab, and the lime.
Well,
which is
then
right
let me
there.
get going, shall I?
You know what you could try? Since we dropped this cocktail earlier today, let's try it topless.
It sounds like a fun idea. Let's get it.
Okay. I'm going to get the blackberry liqueur. But I'll wait for him to come
Yoink.
back.
Hello.
I hate to leave the place empty.
Speaking of elevators.
Gives the place a vacant look,
Oh, you know it is.
to quote Nick Charles.
Well, I'm going to agree with that, and I don't think that we should ever have sort of dead air. Not our speed. We're not here for you to look at our background and going, wow, where'd they go? You know? Fascinating. Great show, guys. Where the hell were you?
It would be slancha! Yay!
Lunch indeed. Ched mil folita. I'm going to get rid of this cherry because this drink is now done.
Tab tastes like liquid cardboard. Hi, Marie. Marie is here. Hey, yeah.
Wonderful.
Amy, my grandmother drank Fresca too.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of thought like, oh, Fresca. That would be a fun throwback. Clearly, it's a popular thing.
All right, 1 ounce each of the plantations.
Sandy says in a
1 ounce each of the plantations.
yes.
Thank you.
Sandy says in a pinch you can use Fresca to make a navy grog if you don't have grapefruit juice. That is a great tip.
And adds fizz, which you should be adding anyway to your navy grog. I tend to add a topper of the ginger seltzer. Excellent idea. I'll do that with a Mai Tai too. I know, sounds like I'm totally in left field off the
Tab
mark.
is carbonated.
Try it.
Ipecac.
Try it.
I try to tab. That makes it sound like acid, doesn't it? I try to tab.
I tried to dab once.
Oh, yeah, no. But I did try a tab back
It still sounds like you're talking about acid.
in the late 90s after having not had it for 20 years or so.
Now you're talking Woodstock 99.
And it was so awful.
It was pretty bad.
It was so bad. I couldn't believe I ever drank that.
I remember seeing an article online, I believe this was a straight dope, which referred to it, quote unquote, for that peculiar petrochemical flavor.
Exactly. That's what it was like.
I'm not saying it tastes like asphalt, but it does have that very artificialness going on.
Maybe.
What else goes in this baby?
Okay, so you got the 2 rums.
Durance.
So that was 1 ounce of Plantation Original Dark Rum, 1 ounce of Stiggin's Fancy Plantation Pineapple Rum,
Mm-hmm.
and
Both
then
highly reputable. I recommend both of these in your cabinet.
½ ounce Blackberry
Blackberry
liqueur.
liqueur using Brizard.
Yep.
Excellent
Which is
choice.
why I haven't bought Black Currant yet, because
Because the blackberry.
we got that.
Oh, but blackcurrant is blackcurrant, blackberry is blackberry.
I know, but they fill the same need in a drink to me.
I like that.
Well, then we'll go get it.
Let's go get it. A wicked witch, she
I'll
says.
let you go. I went to the liquor store today,
I would be
which
glad
was
to.
doing booming business because
It'll be doing booming business
clearly
tomorrow when I
people
venture forth to see
need
if I
to
can
knock
find some
back a few on things.
fresh oysters. Not for
Oh
stuffing.
yeah, Plantation. Jennifer,
We just like.
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. But really, the whole lineup is great.
Yep.
The dark, having this in your arsenal, take that 2 ounces of that in your Mai Tai, you're done. Really, this is not a 100-year-old rum or anything. It's really, really good. And the Stiggin's, very unique pineapple flavor, very fresh flavor. Recommended. Revived a whole product that was long, long gone.
Exactly.
What else do we need in this thing?
So you got the 2 rums and the
2
blackberry.
rums of blackberry.
½ ounce fresh lime
Half
juice.
ounce lime juice. I thought you might have said that.
And then 8 dashes ginger bitters.
Now we're really going to need those ginger bitters. Hey, you know what would be a great gift idea? Ginger bitters.
Yeah.
We find them. Here we go. Yeah, this is getting very low. But we've had these for a while, so I can't say that we killed them. So 8.
8 dashes. And then, okay, in the original recipe, shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass, which you should do.
We're going to need a topper, so I'm going to go for a larger glass. In fact, how about a fun glass? Thirst aid.
There you go.
And what if I do? Already been iced.
I don't mind.
The 2 rums, the blackberry, the sour, and that's all that goes in this.
The ginger bitters.
And the bitters. Yes. There we go. And flavor ice. Hello. Let that rest for a moment. Get my strainer part.
Strainer part.
This is the Hawthorne strainer. If you don't have one of these, you may not use the Boston straining mechanism. But I like a Boston. It's a great idea. If you have the one that has that top with the built-in, that works. If you have that that very perforated strainer, looks like you're about to strain vegetables, that's known as a julep strainer. Some people use both. That sounds like a lot of work.
At the same time?
Yeah. Yes. Or like one into the other. Strain into your cocktail glass.
That is
fairly full. I guess I need to take a draft out of this. Good thing I used a larger glass. This is still really, really good. And what do you know? I think you're about to...
still really good from this morning. When we dropped this video. Yep.
Nom.
Oh, Tom, me too. All right, I think it needs... Let's try it with a topper of bubbles.
Shall we?
What the heck? Life's short.
Hello, Fred. Happy Big Turkey Days to you.
Fred.
I am actually carrying my frozen turkey on my head to help it defrost because I'm going to put it in the oven later.
Oh my gosh. All right. Pepper Tree Villa, if you're still watching, a topper of bubbles is just makes this sing.
Ping. This
makes it sing.
This just sailed off the map. This is really, really good.
Oh, so good.
I would say, probably without contradiction, that any really good sour that you enjoy a lot as a cocktail. Whiskey sour, tequila sour, that's called the margarita. Rum sour, that's called the daiquiri. And if you make it with a really nice balance, it's really not verging too sweet or like too much fake green food coloring in there, that kind of, you know what I'm talking about. You just make a really good straight sour, fresh lime juice. Any of those will benefit from a topper of Prosecco.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say,
totally agree.
There are certain fairly simple tropicals out there. I will name check the Mai Tai.
I was about to say that.
Doesn't have too much in it, really. And it's fully balanced and ready to go. It benefits from a topper of bubbles. Try it. Try it sometime.
And even if you want to do it in a glass like this, if you did mostly Mai Tai and a topper of bubbles, I know we're going to get hate from the Mai Tai snobs. But we make snobby Mai Tais. We do. But I'm just saying that they make a nice champagne drink too.
It makes a nice champagne drink. And you know what I have to say about hate? Go away, trolls. We're here to tell you fun things to do with your drinks.
It is a fun thing to do.
Because the only really wrong thing to do is make something imbalanced with poor ingredients that doesn't taste very good and that makes drain cleaner. Use fresh ingredients, use good quality liquors, use plenty of ice, shake, stir, however to get it nice and cold. It's hard to go wrong. Bitters makes a cocktail. So it's not that hard. Some of these things look incredibly complex. One other thing to note is that apparently, here we are on Thanksgiving Eve. This is the 25th today, am I right? That date changes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, 25th. So
Thanksgiving
Eve, whatever date that is, every year, apparently is like the biggest night of the year for bars. Everybody's out having a round or two or five.
You're talking about Pennsylvania, aren't you?
Pennsylvania apparently put a lid on that with the fear that people would be there very late and would really be passing along, some nasal fluids, which is a real problem right now. So that is actually off the books in Pennsylvania. And
drink at home.
A lot of people are complaining, and I think if you got to drink at home, I'm glad you're watching here because we can tell you about a few things to do. This is very simple. It is very good. You can definitely score a really nice, affordable bottle of Prosecco at your local, and you can definitely get fresh juices, and you've already got a few things on your shelf to use. I will say, look, what is your favorite kind of thing? We love a sour. We do a lot of sours around here for a reason. Sours are great. Sours are good. Sours give you your daily supply of vitamin C.
So Jen says her favorite is a tamarind whiskey sour. We'll have to try it with squashy bubbles. That will be amazing.
You will like.
That will be amazing.
I'm not going to say you might like.
No, it's going to be great. That's going to be great.
It'll be okay. No, I'm not going to say any of that.
I have confidence that's going to be amazing.
You're going to like it. End of story. Try it out. That's a very good idea. Tamarind is a great little thing to try. We've actually used if you're interested in making a tamarind syrup, because I don't know if you would have an easy time finding it. I have found tamarind syrup in bottles. It was in an Indian supply store, Indian grocery. And it was a very well-stocked grocery, and it was in Manhattan. And as a matter of fact, at that point in time, I was looking for it, and I found it for a very specific reason, because I was talking to a bartender who happened to be Filipino, and he was looking for tamarind syrup. I said, I know where to get that.
By the way, no, there's more to this story.
There's more to that story.
There was the night that I was sitting in the bar, and then I looked around for Paul and couldn't find him anywhere because he'd left to go buy tamarind syrup.
The reasoning for this, okay, any of our habitués from the luau at the lake here, this was bartender Marlo, who actually won the cocktail contest one year with the drink.
At Ohana. He's talking about Ohana Luau at the lake.
And so there he is, like just doing service behind the bar and serving all sorts of things. And I just said to him, hey, you won the cocktail contest. Could you make that drink? He's like, I don't have tamarind syrup. I said, oh. And I had just been to an Indian supermarket, and I said, I think I can find that. I'll be back. So I went and walked 5 blocks, found the supermarket, right there on the shelf. It was like $8 the bottle. Whatever. It's probably cheaper. Bought it, brought it back, said, here you go. Please make me the drink. Keep the bottle. So there we go. That's a little bit of goodwill for the bartenders. He made the drink. It was very good. So sometimes you just need to know where to source ingredients. But how are you going to find tamarind syrup? Go again to the ethnic section at your supermarket to find the Goya frozen pulps. You'll find frozen tamarind pulp. Just cut that 1-to-1 with sugar, and suddenly you've got tamarind syrup.
Oh my
There
gosh,
you go. It's a very good thing to mix with.
Drink was her favorite from the late great Poke restaurant.
Poke.
Oh my gosh. Well, we just found out that Lunois is closing. We hope temporarily.
Yeah, putting a cost on there.
Yeah, no, not good news.
Not good news. It's just like if anybody needs to play and win the Powerball, it's somebody we know who loves this place. I don't know. Maybe I need to buy a damn ticket and see what the hell happens. Because if I won that $1 million, I think I would go right to that owner and say, "What do you need to keep going?"
Yeah, when Paul sees something that needs to be done, John. Yes, yes.
I am
100% to that.
I am a person of direct action, and I recommend that for anybody here. If you need to take care of something, take care of something. Done deal, folks. Oh my gosh. Don't sit there yakking about it. Just do it, and people don't even know it's done until it's done. Oh, what do you know? It's done. That's what I believe in. That's how I roll.
No.
That's my policy.
Okay. Oh, Lisa, yeah.
Indian chili.
Yeah.
Well, same store. I remember actually buying a dried ghost pepper. And he's like, how many do you want? I said, 1.
Yeah.
Now, of course, during the summer, we grew ghost peppers, and I made ghost pepper sauce. Still watching, John? You're going to want to try that. That will light you up.
It is really good. But you want to use a spoon and drizzle
really
lightly.
Literally drops.
Judiciously.
To start with to see what's happening. Oh, boy.
Oh, I know, Marcy. Oh, it is horrible.
Oh, because you were there. We were there with you. Oh, jeez. We gave you the Lumar experience. You know the place. It's great. Oh, you loved it. We loved it.
That made me upset.
Oh, really? It hurts the heart.
It made me upset. And I'm just hoping that they can come back. Because he is saying, hopefully, temporarily, but... Yeah, no.
I don't know. Stuff happens, like, in this case, it's just this situation.
He's just done everything. We've done takeout from there. Like, yeah, he's really.
He's been doing takeout drinks. You know, the curbside. I have hope and hope and hope. I know that we've all lost something over there. I know that you got a really great relaunch, reinvention of the Down the Beachgoer in Huntington Beach, which was a really, really excellent location. They did so many things right, and then there were some issues and gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I wish somebody would pick up the Don's mantle and do what it is, because they were doing it very well and the food was very good. In the business.
We're not going to end on this sad note.
No.
I'm gonna do another variation on my drink.
I'm going to do another variation.
My lava lamp thing.
I'm still enjoying this little thing here. This is this week's drink from this week's episode. Is this correct?
It is,
Yeah.
but we added a bubbly topper.
Yeah. So this is just a slight variation. It works very well. That's like you were like opening a switchblade.
That's what I was doing. Like,
ting! Tools of the trade.
dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. 5 drops. It goes.
Right.
Yeah, the commercial ones are very concentrated.
Take them off before you go to the bathroom. Yes.
I'm not going to ask.
Good advice.
Not going to ask why you know that.
Good advice, Jen.
I will say, from my personal experience, use the gloves because otherwise you'll wake up with your fingernails burning.
Yes.
But definitely.
All right.
And I think you have definitely had the experience where you managed to.
Oh my gosh! Take out your contacts.
Take out your contacts. Wash hands. Wash hands.
Yeah, no.
It burns. I hope you're not using ghost pepper when you're talking about contacts. Oh, baby.
All right. So I'm sticking to the formula this evening. I'm going to do another variation on my same thing.
Well, you know the cliche. You know what they say.
It's not a cliche.
They say don't futz with the formula. That's not what they say, but I'm not going to say that on air.
It's not a cliche. But I'm trying to decide.
So,
I think brandy.
Brandy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you this. When I was in the liquor store today, there was a guy there who was clueless on buying brandy.
Oh, all right. Did you give him a little advice?
I did not, because the owner of the store gave him pretty good advice, so I just kind of left it.
Okay.
But he was looking for brandy, and he's like, I don't want flavored brandy. I want actual brandy. So they fixed him up, but I'm listening to this going,
some flavored brandy.
Because usually when I'm in a liquor store, I will chime in.
Yeah.
I'll say like, oh, you want
I'll try this out.
the following.
Is this a 1 ounce pour on the base?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let me
go
grab it.
Grab the brand, and I will go to town on the rest of the story. I think that's definitely got a 1/2 ounce of the lime juice.
Oh wow, the brandy is really low.
Juice. And here we go with the
And you know what?
liquor. Okay.
Liqueur. I'm thinking I might try the blackberry. I ran out of craisins. I used all my craisins.
Oh, it's right behind you, actually. You are closer to the blackberry. Oh, do you need more craisins?
I think I do.
Well, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Where's the little cup?
That's a good question.
I'll find another cup.
I thought I put it in the bar. I don't see it.
I don't know.
Oh, here it is. I got it.
Doesn't matter, I got it.
All right, he got another one. Whatever. I'm going to try this.
I got it.
I know. But you guys are still here, and it's having a good time, so. What a good wife she would be. Aw. Brandy is a fine girl. What a good wife she'd be. Hilarious.
Music trivia time.
Brandy is a fine girl. What a good wife she'd be.
There, of course, in the same period of time on the radio, there was a song by Barry Manilow, which is a really big hit.
Oh my gosh.
Called Mandy. Apparently, the original title of that song, written by Mr. Scott English, Brandy. Couldn't use it because there was a really huge hit called Brandy. So that's why that name was
Good wife
changed.
she'd be. Anyway, okay. I gotta do the craisins again because craisins.
Classical harmonica, like classical playing, because otherwise I'm thinking of like harmonicats and who was the guy in Audio Fidelity? There was like a really short guy who I think in a restaurant, as a matter of fact.
Wait, what?
I got to think about him.
Short guy. in a restaurant?
Harmonica Rascals is what I'm thinking of. But if you want like classics, well, actually, one of those Monaco Rascals, they do the saber dance, so that's classic.
All right, so I am starting with 1 ounce of brandy, I hope. Hey, we did it. Okay. 1 ounce of brandy. Same formula. I'm not reinventing the wheel.
Just keep it going.
Just replacing the wheel with a different
soak your dried fruits in the brandy, which that's a pretty excellent idea itself.
And then, for the liqueur, I used apple for the first one, then sour cherry for the second one. I'm going to do the blackberry. Half ounce.
Half ounce of blackberry. So this, I'm just checking.
I already started a text box for it. There you go.
The brandy, the blackberry liqueur, the lime juice.
Yep.
And
I'm going to do the ginger bitters again and a Prosecco. So.
How many dashes on the bitters?
5.
5D.
So, half ounce blackberry liqueur. Half ounce fresh lime juice. This is a good Thanksgiving Eve. I was afraid this Thanksgiving would be pretty grim.
For obvious reasons.
Because we're not spending it with our family. But
we'll be on the Zoom tomorrow.
We'll be on the Zoom tomorrow.
Yeah. What happens when these things happen? You pivot.
That's
pivoting. What happens. We're pivoting.
All right. 5 dashes of ginger bitters.
No ginger bitters. Oh, okay. You should be able to get those online. Yeah.
If you can't do ginger bitters, you could substitute.
Yeah. You can substitute.
Do anything.
The cranberry bitters are great. I love those. Those are really excellent. If you just pour some of those, a glass of Prosecco with the cranberry bitters, boom. Everything's cold. You're great.
But if you don't have ginger bitters, you know what? I wouldn't use celery bitters. I wouldn't use... There are certain bitters I wouldn't use.
There's a few you wouldn't use.
But the list is short.
This is very short.
I wouldn't do celery bitters. I probably wouldn't do molasses bitters.
Those would probably get lost. The Fees cardamom, a little too particular.
I probably wouldn't do that either. But if you had orange bitters...
Orange is always good.
Cranberry.
Maybe,
it's pretty much... I mean, even an Angostura regular I would do.
Yeah.
I just probably wouldn't do celery.
Well, that's just one recommendation. But you probably weren't thinking celery bitters in something like this. So,
but you could do orange. Do something else.
Just add a splash of cran ginger ale.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
That sounds great.
2 snaps up. Bang.
That sounds great.
Excellent.
2 snaps up. You just said that, didn't you?
Dated myself. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you, Ellen. So nice to see you here.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Woo-hoo. Absolutely.
Yay.
Love you too, please. So thanks for joining us.
Oh my gosh.
So Jen tried something that was Negroni variations. So the gin, mandarin, and the Campari. That's a great breakfast cocktail in New Orleans.
That sounds great.
Where they will give you something like full strength and straight up at 9 a.m.
I think that sounds great.
I think that you are going to want to wake up tomorrow. Mix a few of those in the old pitcher.
Nothing wrong with that.
Make the morning waffles and eggs and whatever you're serving, and go to town. That sounds. I would try that in a second.
That sounds wonderful.
It's a really good variation,
do that.
and it's a very different idea because instead of having sort of a bittered up wine, you use a juice. Sounds like fun. Always willing to try such things. But definitely. I was not thinking of Tu Seelman, but he's a good choice because he did mostly more pop and jazz things. But I don't really know the full breadth of Toots.
Grapefruit bitters would be great. Yes. Yeah, grapefruit bitters.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Marianne bitters.
Or Marianne bitters. Yeah. Funny guy. Yeah, we got to get that feedback sound. I think I have the feedback sound somewhere. Where did I put it? Did you take it?
Negroni Variations is my favorite Glenn Gould record.
I was personally thinking of Frank Zappa myself, but Glenn Gould, excellent choice here. You've definitely touche.
Oh my god!
What happened to my sound effects device?
I don't know. I didn't move it.
Oh boy!
It's not funny when you have to go searching for your sound effects.
I'll be back in an hour, folks. No problem.
I bet it's in that box over there.
I just took a look. I didn't see it. No, seriously. Things get lost. Oh, found it. Boom, boom, boom.
I can't help you.
Let me see if we can find this. Because we have this effect, so I got to, here we go. There we go. I gotta go back there.
Sorry.
Hello. Hello. Is this thing on? Testing. Ooh,
Hi.
testing.
Hello.
There you go. Anyway. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while too. So glad you joined us. Thank you.
Yes.
But definitely.
So that was weird and stupid, but that weird and stupid are our middle names.
We will always go with weird.
Mine's
and stupid.
stupid. Yours is weird.
We're gonna try these things. Ginger bitters out the yin yang.
Oh, okay.
Not terribly expensive. That's good to hear. I've seen bottles of bitters pretty much be the size of like a quarter of an ounce, and it says $40. Excuse me.
How about if I spend $40 to buy the ingredients to make it myself?
This is a 4-ounce bottle. You've got plenty happening in here. This is like $10.
It takes a while for us to go through one of those bottles.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
I like the 4-ounce size bottle. When I made them, I used.
You know where it is?
The hot sauce bottle. I just put it in there.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
So, I think it's actually a 5-ounce bottle when I made the habits, and like I've had this in here for a very long time. But like those tiny drams, and I think what's so special about your bitters? Geez, guys. So well worth trying. I really like the ginger bitters from Hella. Recommend them. If you want to try them out without really committing to a full-size bottle, get that flight that has the 5 different bitters.
Well, yeah, it's.
This one comes in this little 2-ounce size bottle.
I think they have.
It's still taking us a while to get
pull it
that
out, but they have different packaging now, actually.
Okay. Yep.
But it's all these little
bottles.
There's citrus, orange, aromatic.
The ginger, and there's another one, I forget what it is.
Smoked chili.
The chili, yes. The chili is very good. A little heat in your drink is all kinds of fun. Certain of our correspondents here like to make their own style of bitter type things to put in drinks that have heat. And I recall the Satan sauce from Larice really has some heat.
Errol loves the sound effects generator. He gets fired. What? You took mine away, but.
Let's see. I gotta find the what. I believe that's this one. Oh, you were fired, Errol? You gotta have these things.
I think the other one has a better wah.
This guy? Is that wah?
Does it? I thought it did.
It's got a rim shot.
Oh. We have another one that has a sad trombone.
Yep. Great stuff. This has an oh yeah. That's absolutely ridiculous. Totally.
But you didn't play my favorite.
Totally stupid. Oh yeah, there's oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's not it.
No, it's not it.
Also not it.
Still not it. No, your favorite of these all, I know what it is. This is great. Cracks up every time.
Oh, cracks me up because that
cracks her up every time.
That infant is so angry.
That's boy, time to change. What do I got? When it's time to change, you better rearrange. This was just from the pharmacy there, so take a look around Christmas time. Such things may appear. Should be a very good price. I got this afterwards for half price.
If you can't find it at the pharmacy, McPhee.com
is your pal. You can find talking pickles on McPhee. Glow in the dark pickles on McPhee.
I'm just gonna pretend like this is a public service.
Let's check it out and see what we got.
Let's bring in actress Catherine McPhee. No,
that's a different construct entirely.
Looking for.
Oh, that's the tardigrades.
Right.
Meditating Bigfoot. That sounds like McPhee. The Office Possum.
Shut by theme. No, I just want. Man, okay. Hold on. Entertain the people.
Okay, I'll entertain the people. Still enjoying this little item here. What was the name of this guy again? This was the one drink of the week.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yep.
We had a request for our Thanksgiving Eve cocktail, and you served the Thanksgiving Eve cocktail. This is pretty excellent. 1 ounce each of Plantation Original Dark, 1 ounce of the Plantation Stiggins Pineapple, ½ ounce of lime. Use blackberry, right? Blackberry liquor, ½ ounce.
Yes.
About 8 dashes on the ginger bitters. Shake, strain into the cocktail glass. And we decided to vary it up already and talked with the bubbly. Mwah. Excellent idea. I like it.
Hold on. I can't click away now.
Yep, gotta do it.
School and office. It has to be.
What?
No.
Looking at the sound effects generator?
I'm looking for it, but I'm not.
You could just like search on sound. Maybe that comes up.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see.
I'm going to sit here saying, can't be that hard, but
here we go.
Damn Skippy, you know it can.
Here we go. Okay, I'm going to share the page because everybody needs one of these in their stocking.
And McPhee has a bunch of sound effects generators, just so you know.
Tell them we sent you.
Please. We will not get 10% off.
We will not.
We're not.
We're so not
associated with McPhee.
Any money off of
strictly
this.
a little love going their way.
Kay, hello,
hey,
and AJ,
thank
hello.
You, Kay.
Thank you for joining us.
So nice to see you. Yeah. Still rolling here with a couple of fine drinks. This is your third round of the drink variations.
Yes. I'm doing the same drink over and over again with different liquors and different liqueurs.
Bitters variations, yeah. I like the martini variations myself, of which there are many and there are legion.
The legion.
And boom.
Yeah, sound effects generators.
And if you are not already intimately familiar with Archie McPhee, follow the link and you will be. I don't think that you could possibly find this anything but hilarious. They have every interesting and fun stocking stuffer known to
They really do. If you're looking for stocking stuffers.
This is it. They've even got some things which are priced up a little higher, but still nothing is outrageous. They
send you free stuff. So if you order from them, and I feel like they should be paying us, and they're definitely not. So
they basically make that thing that you wish somebody made, and it's every single thing is crazy.
Like the Mr. T generator. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, they should be paying us.
Seriously, I'm about to whip out the Mr. T gen. Yeah, we'll get another one here. Mr. T in my pocket. Of course you do. You just said that. Hey.
First name, Mr. Middle name, period. Last name, T.
Damn, Skippy.
Don't give me no back talk, sucker.
Hey.
Don't make me mad. Shut up, fool.
You just want to have this when you're walking down the street and somebody is blathering around. You just want to go.
Shut up, fool. Shut up, fool. Shut up, shut up, shut up, fool.
You just want to be able to do that.
When you're standing in line at the supermarket.
McPhee is the origin of the emergency goat. Bleat. That's pretty goat-like. Kids. Aw, cute. And there's just a button called goats. A lot of goats.
Oh.
Love McPhee.
Oh my gosh. Pepper Tree Villa. I feel you.
Oh. You did the Alabama Slammer in a slammer fashion. Well, it happens. That's why it's called a slammer. Well, you also might have been waiting until, what is this? 6 p.m. Are you Mountain or West Coast time?
West Coast.
West Coast. So you were talking about like 5:45 maybe. You know, might be like waiting around. I'm not too surprised it went down quickly. First one might do that. It's too true.
First name, Mr.
Middle name period. Last
name
T.
T.
Middle name period. You gotta love these things. You yourself can have a funny electronic sound device, you know. And if you're saying to yourself, "Gee, I wish I had that sound effect that just went," you got it.
You could have it.
If you're ever looking for, what's the other one I really love on this? Oh, like if you're like, all right, this is it. Time to kill it. Boom. Always good to have a small explosion in your pocket. Yeah, I'm done. We're out of here. And boom. Yeah, there we go. So.
Oh my gosh, AJ.
Everybody needs one of these.
It just makes life better.
Take your pick, you know. You want the Mr. T? You want the goats? You want the, what is this one called? Instant audience in your pocket?
The instant audience is good.
We start these broadcasts by going, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, you know. Because, hey, you know, maybe you don't have an audience yet, but so it's good to have an instant audience in your pocket.
There you go.
It's always fun. Oh, yeah, you need Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Yeah, well, Be careful around work. You don't want to be telling somebody, watch it, sucker, all the time. Quit your jibber jabber. Shut up, fool.
Although if that just came out in a meeting somewhere, shut up, fool. Who said that?
What? Who?
I don't know.
I don't know. You just have that in your pants pocket there. Shut up, fool. It's like you're in that meeting and you're like, geez, this is getting so boring. I'm so tired of this guy.
Shut up, fool.
Who said that? What?
Shut up, fool.
Wow, that guy's rude. Maybe fool needs to shut up. Who knows? I'm not saying...
Fool probably does need to shut up.
I'm not saying test the limits of your employment contract with such a device. That could be dangerous. Oh, John definitely nailed that Pac-Man fever. Driving me crazy, man. I think years ago I remember seeing that actual album, the full album, on 8-track tape.
Oh,
and that may be the ultimate sort of period objet, is the Buckner and Garcia Pac-Man Fever album on 8-track tape. I haven't heard the song so long. Now I need to look it up. It was one of those stupid ass novelty songs that you would hear and you're like, well, it's kind of dumb. And then you would hear it 100 times and you just wanted to kill. But I haven't heard it so long it would sound novel,
See, I feel like Pac-Man was a little bit later than 8-track tapes. Am I wrong?
It was.
Okay.
But a measure of the longevity of the 8-track cartridge, the Learjet 8-track Stereo 8, was that if you want to know how long into the 1980s they were being manufactured, there are 4 Madonna albums that were manufactured on an 8-track tape.
Oh my God.
Does that tell you everything you need to know? Good grief. I mean, we're talking like 1988.
I'm just going to take my Madonna 8-tracks and leave.
Date. You wouldn't say that. You'd say, oh, I got my Madonna cassettes. I got my Madonna albums. 8-tracks? What the hell?
Madonna 8-tracks.
Columbia Tape Club kept making them.
I feel like my Madonna 8-tracks would be a good band name.
Yeah.
Don't steal it.
Why Madonna 8-tracks? We do not actually own any Madonna on 8-track. I have some really, really late
I'm shocked. We own everything else on 8-track.
Got some very late period tapes that were all Columbia Tape Club. Some of them are potentially valuable. I don't know. But
Potentially Valuable is also a good band name.
that's a very good band name.
I feel like I'm the band name generator. Just kind of
You
come
keep
up with
coming
them
up with
all day long.
You keep coming up with them. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta check all the old Facebook.
Yep, do it.
Laugh track is always funny. No question. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, except I watched a show the other day on Netflix that had a laugh track.
An actual show.
Which would be okay if it
track.
was from the 60s or 70s, but it was from last year. And it had a laugh track. And I was like,
Pretty bad.
oh,
It's pretty bad.
this is terrible.
Not going to name the show. You'll just have to find out for yourself.
I actually
if you
can't
really
remember
want
the
to know.
name of the show, but it was horrible. And it had an 8-track.
No, laugh track.
8-track, laugh track.
And a laugh track.
8-track, laugh track. It all sucks. But,
If it had an 8-track, it might have been funny.
But it'll, yeah.
But
anyway.
no.
But
No.
anyway, laugh track.
Laugh
Laugh
track.
track. It was terrible.
Not good writing. You really were
Yeah,
kind of
it was
stunned
terrible.
that something on that level of quality made it out. It had some notable stars too, and I'm not going to slag off the show. It's just they did something. It didn't work. It's probably going to fail. Whatever.
I think it. Well, I was about to say I think it did fail, but I don't know because it was only from last year, so they could bounce back. But
If you find a second season out there, call me
horrible.
wrong.
And it was not the laugh track; it was the writing.
Writing not good. I agree. I was listening to that episode. Not good.
He came in late, but I was like,
Didn't
"Wow,
matter.
this is the worst show ever."
Didn't
and
matter.
he was like, "Yep, this is bad."
Got to agree. I was preoccupied with fixing things, and that was a better use of my time than listening to that blather.
I think watching paint dry would have been a better use of your time, but
Sometimes I just feel like painting a wall so that I can watch paint dry because it's a better use of my time.
no filter. My filter is gone. from
I
the
tell
bubbly
you.
drinks. The Grease soundtrack is the only good thing on 8-track. I might agree with you.
Well, except for the fact
You
that
have a blank 8-track as decoration. He might want to buy that from
It's
you
totally free.
and record things on it. But
I actually have no need whatsoever to buy that from you. But I will tell you the following. If you send it to me, I will put fun things on it and send
oh
it
my
back
gosh,
your way.
HA, my 88 Tornado had an 8-track tape. I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Ken could use an 8-track and a laugh track right about now.
Hi, Ken.
Woo-hoo.
Good to see you.
What can I say? Oh, baby!
All right. I love it.
That's the kind of stuff. I will go ahead and say to Colonel, I personally, I'm of the opinion that the ultimate 8-track cartridge is quite possibly the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever, which I think we own more than once. That
I'm sure we do.
Has everything that you want to hear in disco on one compact cartridge. And it's a double album, so it just goes and goes. Got the long version of Disco Inferno. It is hard to beat. So I will also say that the actual quality reproduction on that tape is pretty low. Yeah. Oh, seriously. Hello. Didn't your... No, I'm thinking about that. Your mother had the Pacer, but it didn't have an 8-track in dash. I think it had an AM radio in dash.
Yeah. I think Doug... Doug is right about a lot of surviving 8-tracks being country.
They were certainly, absolutely.
Because we have a lot of them. Watching paint dry is hilarious. Oh, jeez.
Well,
what do you...
Where did the tapes get to? I thought they were...
I wish I could turn the camera around right now.
Yeah,
to show you.
Where did the tapes get to?
They're right there. Right there. They're down there. They're down there. He wants to... I got it. You want to come over?
No, where are the tapes? Just show them.
They're over there. Well, they were there. I don't know.
I don't see them. They're not there.
The 8-tracks are missing.
Uh-oh.
The case of the missing 8-tracks. I'll be right back. I'm going to look.
If you can find it.
I'm going to look.
Soundtrack to Times Square. I think where remember John and I were playing that in your apartment at one point. And I might have inherited that from your collection. Or I just got that separately. We do have the Times Square soundtrack. There's some pretty good stuff on that, as I recall. Oh, Dan, yeah. Your mother actually inherited, I think it was a 76 Pacer. Manual.
I know, she's probably watching. Ask her.
Yeah, Linda, what was the year on that? Who knows? It had manual drive, which was the major reason that we did not inherit the car. I believe it had an AM radio in dash. Typical of around 1976, but boy, did it really need an 8-track stereo with FM. I'm telling you, that's the only way to go. It's like we saw Tim's Gremlin, and I believe he had stereo in dash. Oh, he had a Pinto. Ah, damn it.
I don't know where those tapes got to.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, my phone's going to die soon.
Willow. Yeah, a hell of a lot of country western was made. That's because truckers loved to play those tapes.
I'm going to plug my phone
and you drive for about 400 miles.
This is fun, so I don't want my phone to die, so I'm going to plug it in.
Slam that tape into the dash of the Kenilworth and you drive for 400 miles listening to the greatest hits of Ernest Tubb. What else does anybody need? You know? Hard to say. And actually, those Decca tapes were very well made, so, you could do very well with that.
All right, hold on. Coming back.
Oh, Joe loved his 8-track collection, all gone. Prematurely, too. We could have fixed all of those tapes. I can get you a player. We play tapes here all the time. They sound fine.
I don't honestly remember what happened to the 8. There was a little stack of 8-tracks right there. You're right. Linda
has chimed in. She has no idea which year of the car was. I'll say 76. She's probably right.
Oh, boy.
And Lisa's wondering, wasn't the Pacer of the car with 800 pounds of panoramic glass? Oh, yeah, the big bubble window in the back. It's a ridiculous car.
It did have a panoramic window.
Good old AMC, folks. Any fans of AMC motors? Hello.
Right.
Now we've got a great picture of our laptop.
I fixed it.
Okay.
I just hope my phone is charging because...
Joe says, no, that's okay. Yeah, we'd have to get your collection back. The problem is not the hardware, it's the software. Boom.
I plugged the battery in, but this battery sucks, so hopefully it's charging.
Times Square soundtrack have Where's Map reference. Funny. No, it does not. It's got the two gals. One of them is singing there's a song called Damn Dog, as I recall. Because they're trying to be in the music business. Yeah. 10,000 BTU of solar heat.
Now I want to know what happened to those 8-tracks.
Oh, they're around. Probably went downstairs. Never know.
Susie!
Hello!
Oh my gosh, someone got a Pacer for nothing.
Pacers should be had for nothing in these day and age. If you actually had...
It was kind of fun in a horrible way.
I would have to have automatic because I'm not about to learn shift in a Pacer. And the simple fact is there's no reason for a shift in a pacer, seriously. But there's definitely a reason for 8-track stereo in a pacer because, hello. And then you have to have like the 8-track of like Starline vocal bands, Afternoon Delight albums, stuff like that. We got some votes here for a Foghat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Foghat is pretty 8-track, I got to agree. As a matter of fact, the predecessor band to Foghat, Savoy Brown, is pretty 8-track too, definitely. There's all sorts of bands who really fit the era. I would say Sweet on 8-track, sure. That's actually pretty great. Desolation Boulevard, 8-track in the pacer. I'm there.
My 8-track memories.
8-track memories. Entire 8-track collection for under 50.
I know, she gave it away.
I know. Left it there with the keys in ignition. It took off. Boom, boom, boom.
So,
I'm going to say, like, our entire 8-track collection was potentially bought for less than 25. You know? A lot of tapes, a lot of them are free. A lot were free. I fixed them because they break, and we got some great tapes that are from the 60s and really sound incredible. You know?
I have two thoughts when I think of 8-tracks, and it's because when we put in our backyard fence, which did not exist when we bought our house,
nope.
We're like,
no.
This was back when we were like, yes, we're gonna DIY
everything.
And now I'm like, hell no, I'm
Someone
hiring
else can do the
people.
fence.
But back then we were raring to go, so we decided to put a fence in our backyard. And long story short, Paul took a week off of work to do this, and it ended up taking like 10 days. But all the music was provided on 8-track. And
8-track tapes.
I specifically remember Steve Miller Band and
Greatest hits.
the Superfly soundtrack just ka-chunking over and over and over again.
Because I would need a tool, and I had to go over to the Lowe's Depot and pick it up, and so I'd be gone for an hour while she listened to Superfly 4 times in a row.
Oh yeah, he would leave, and I'd just hear the same thing again and again.
Because
and
there
again.
she was, pounding away at the soil to dig up so it could make some holes to make for the posts. That's the ground in the backyard there is about 98% stone.
Clay. It's all clay.
It's all heavy earth and stone. And some of the stones.
Ask me how I know.
Some of the stones.
It's all clay.
Some of the stones we pulled out of the ground are better used for bowling purposes. Let me just tell you that. Ask me how I know.
Exactly.
Oh, Foghat played Hofstra. I remember that
clay.
show. It was like 1988 or 89. Of like that. Talk about like program board being lazy. It's like, who are we gonna get? Oh, these guys live right next door. You know, jeez.
Did they really?
They were Long Island band.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I mean, there were a bunch of English guys, but they just settled on Long Island and went to town.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they thought that, like, New York rock and roll was the way to go, but they became local favorites.
But they didn't move to New York City. They moved to
the island.
Hofburg.
Yeah, well, maybe they were from Manchester or something. They wanted to be up country.
Where's Hofstra again?
Nassau County.
Yeah. No, I know. But
actual town, Uniondale.
Uniondale,
yeah.
All I can think of was Hofburg.
Hofburg is a little further out there. I'm just saying. This is around the time when around that time that they did that, they would have had the big hit with "I Just Want to Make Love to You." So that's pretty 8-track. Heat and AC reversed.
Oh my gosh, us too. Like I'm all about hiring people. I'm like, nope, not doing this myself.
Susie has some Emmett Rhodes 8-tracks. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's some kind of obscure. Wow. Yeah. You know the whole story where he was just like totally retired and whatnot, and like somebody was actually going to see him.
I just gotta Doug wants someone to see AMX.
Huh.
Wow, I gotta take a moment for that.
Yeah, I gotta think about that.
That's something.
Isn't that the car that's featured in The Man with the Golden Gun? Am I wrong? Wow.
I love these cars now. Back then I was like, oh, ugh. Now I'm like, I have a funny story actually from today, but I might save it for later.
To comment that, like, if Hofstra in a book and like, could they got the good rats? Yeah, couldn't they have? I probably would have seen that at the time. That was kind of fun.
Are we charged?
I really didn't know them until a little later. But really, for Long Island bands, couldn't they have gotten Twisted Sister?
Twisted Sister.
I mean, I suppose they were still a little too big at the time, but they weren't before then. Around 1981, they could have gotten them. So, and hiring people, yeah.
Yep. Hiring people.
Now, how do we? So there was a story. One of our friends told that. Who was it? There was like a real a big music fan who wanted to get in touch with them at Rhodes, and he actually like found his address and called him up and stopped by, and it was like a very suspicious and all this and whatnot. The guy's like, so look, so anyway, here's what I know, etc., etc. Here's my demo, and left it and left. And then like within 30 minutes, got a call from him and said, come back. And they actually started working on an album, and suddenly he's producing music again. This is going back about, I think, 5-10 years. So
just 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, it's recent enough. Emmett was in a band called the Merry-Go-Round, am I right? And did some very sort of niche stuff in the 60s,
Wow.
A&M Records. He was like a real hotshot, songwriter. There's some really great songs that he wrote. Some of that stuff got covered on that first album by the Bangles. And, then he kind of got screwed by the record industry, and he just I'm out of here, A couple solo records, and he was kind of gone. It was too much of a pain in the neck.
Wow.
But he's still a very intelligent guy, and all this other stuff came out. Sometimes you just need the right venue. So I knew the name, so it's kind of great to hear that story. Uriah Heep. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. Miko, those guys, I think that they're very unsung heroes of the sort of, hard rock singer. Like, their lead singer really did that thing. All these other groups kind of copped that action, but they had that. And they had, I forget what their hit was. I had that album, too, at one point. But they were of that hard rock persuasion in that period of time. Where a lot of groups that you don't think of as heavy metal basically kind of sounded like that, like Deep Purple. No, we're talking Machine Head. Yeah, well, whatever, no question. But for that matter, the second Jethro Tull record, you ever listen to that? You ever listen to how heavy that record is?
Jethro Tull record.
It's kind of a metal record. Just saying.
Oh my god.
And Jethro Tull on 8-track. We've actually got Stand Up on 8-track tape.
Oh jeez.
Which, that's a great record. I really like that record a lot.
Oh jeez. This has become 8-track talk.
Yeah, we're talking about before Thanksgiving here. What the hell can you do with things? We've given you several great things. This is a variation on 3 cocktails, or was it 4? 3.
Well, it's a variation on 1 cocktail, but
Yeah. Oh, it's 3
third
variations.
variation on 1 cocktail.
3 in 1, like the oil.
Yep.
So you actually started
3
out
in 1, like the oil.
like the oil. So you started out with which base?
I started out with
Bourbon.
the first one was
Yep.
an ounce of bourbon
Yep.
and a half ounce of apple liqueur.
Uh-huh.
Then I did a half ounce of fresh lime juice, 5 dashes of ginger bitters,
The bubbles.
chill prosecco,
Variation
and then I
number
moved
2.
on to 1 ounce of tequila, half
Mhm.
ounce of sour cherry liqueur,
Mhm.
half ounce fresh lime juice, 5 dashes of ginger bitters, no
Top the
prosecco.
bubbles.
This
Variation
one
number
is,
2. Variation 3.
This is variation 3, 1 ounce of brandy, half ounce blackberry liqueur, half ounce fresh lime juice, 5 dashes of ginger bitters, top with bubbles.
And away you go.
That's right. What's your take on UFO? What?
We're not talking about objects flying in the sky. We're talking about a hard rock band from the 70s.
Oh, jeez.
They vary. Their early stuff is like really sort of in that psychedelic kind of Sabbath thing, but then eventually they become a standard 70s hard rock band. Great covers. Some of them a little sexist, I gotta say. But back in the day, they held their own against a lot of these groups. So just look up the catalog and just give them a listen. You might like. Easy Living, thank you. Yep, that was the one.
All right.
Yep, for certain. And then I was talking, as a matter of fact, about Deep Purple. They originally had a completely different lead singer for about 3 albums. And when that guy left, because apparently he wanted to hang out with groupies in California, although there's a pretty good piece of video of them. There's a pretty good piece of video of them on Playboy After Dark, so you can see the original lead singer easily up on the YouTubes. But they actually were looking for a lead singer, so they heard this guy who was singing on this album called Jesus Christ Superstar. And that was Ian Gillan, so that's why they picked him up. And then it's like Deep Purple in rock, Machine Head, and it goes on from there.
Was it really just because he wanted to hang out with groupies? Because I feel like if you want to hang out with groupies, you need to be in a band.
Well, this is true. I think the actual thing is he just wanted to get married and settle down in California or something like that.
That makes more sense because MSG maybe.
Oh, Michael Schenker. I was thinking Michael Schenker, but I didn't want to name it. It's like, who's going to know Michael Schenker? Boom. Yeah, seriously. Doug
That's who would know.
Yeah, well, that's about right. That's about right. Here's the thing, though. Despite the fact that he was like, I want to get on rock and roll, within like 3 years, he's back with a band. So, couldn't keep him away.
There you go.
Couldn't keep him away. So, rock and roll family trees, they go on and on in a fairly twisted fashion. James Gang. Yeah, love the James Gang. Ohio group. There you
gosh, so many good comments.
Bing, bing, bing. Their second album. That's the one.
Up. And I got to just turn this over to him because, whatever.
Definitely an 8-track group, although I don't own any James Gang albums on 8-track. Do own.
How is that possible? We have
never found them.
1,000 8-tracks.
Never found them. Got a lot of country 8-tracks. Anybody interested? Let me know. Let me know.
He'll make you an offer real cheap.
Yeah, could make you a very good offer. I'm keeping all of the Mancini 8-tracks, just saying. Got a great tape that has music from Peter Gunn Volume 1 and 2 on one tape.
Mancini 8-tracks. Wrap your brain around that for a minute.
There was like 1,000 of them. He was right in that period. Mancini 8-tracks. He was a prominent
Not Mancini open reel tapes or like Mancini
cassettes.
Records, beautifully produced. Nope. Mancini 8-tracks.
At the time, it was considered a premium product.
And
you could play them in your home and car. And the RCA cartridges at the time were made to a very high quality
My
standard.
only 8-track player was my clock radio when I went off to college.
Oh!
And it had an 8-track. And I never had an 8-track, so I
never
used it. But it had 8-track capability.
Yeah, definitely. So, Joe, the only way that you're going to find Gone on tape in the period was on the 8-track. But the 2 albums on one, it sounds great. It's awesome. Really fantastic tape. Because the open reel tapes are from 1960. They cost a fortune these days. It's ridiculous. I love them, but forget it.
8-tracks? Oh, open reel.
Tapes.
Open reel. I was like.
Whereas we do have a substantial collection of Mancini soundtracks on open reel tape that sound marvelous.
Marvelous. James Gang.
Yeah, those guys were great.
I love it.
Those guys were just great. There's that really long version of the Bomber from that second album that got replaced because they were quoting copyrighted material.
Wah, wah, wah. See, here's me doing the wah, wah.
Doing the wah, wah. Definitely. It's a long suite of music, and in the middle of there, they throw in a little bit of bolero. This material was still under copyright at the time in 1970. So outside of the promo record, you get a edited version of that. I like the long version myself. That's very good. They opened up for The Who in 1970 on their tour. Very obvious connection right there. Also big Yardbirds fans.
I love that you know this.
Hey, these things. That would have been a great show. That would have been a great tour.
No clue, but...
Would have loved to see both those bands at the time. But definitely. I don't think Joe saw them at the time, although he saw the ultimate fantastic bargain concert ever in 1972.
Even I know about that.
Just saying. Blows everything else away. It's absolutely unbelievable. The concert that was and the price that was. I think it was $250. Central Park. Oh.
Wait, they charged?
Of course they charged.
Central Park?
Yeah, that was the Schaefer series. You had to pay to get in.
Oh, because I'm used to going to concerts in Central Park for free.
The Central Park series now is free. Well, I don't think they played it last summer, but they've done it for years. We've seen a lot of great stuff at Central Park for free. Mm-hmm. You got to show up and you got to get your own blanket. But
get your own blanket.
Good service.
Get your own blanket.
Good service. I was just listening to the second Peter Gunn album the other day on record because we have that too. Got that long before I got the 8-track. I will say that it's a really great record. You want both volumes of Peter Gunn. Just want to say, not that hard to find these days. But definitely worth your time. Gunn is the album that launched the whole TV soundtrack thing. No question. Sold a gazillion copies. Absolutely well worth your time to get a copy of Gunn.
Yes, Joe is the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
I can't keep up with all these comments, but
all these things.
Occasionally I will chime in because Joe's the bomb.
I will personally be on record as saying, anything. I listen to anything Mancini, and anything Peter Gunn is great. The TV soundtrack, the volume 2 of that, and then the movie soundtrack. The movie soundtrack is really good.
Susie, I feel like you dropped the bomb on me on saying Ultimate 8-track. I agree with you.
Well,
I totally agree.
The Gap Band were undoubtedly available on 8-track via Columbia Record Club.
I agree.
And that is exactly the right period for the death knell. Although at the time, people were probably buying that a lot on LP and cassette. No question. We just heard them the other day. So the video dropped the bomb on me.
Yes.
Yeah. I was very nostalgic. That's a great tune.
I'm just thinking of like when I was
got the bomb on me. Yep.
Like elbow deep in clay, and I was hearing like Superfly, you know.
That the Superfly soundtrack is some kind of awesome.
It was just kind of Steve Miller Band ka-chunking with Superfly. That's putting in our fans.
We had Steve, we had Superfly, we had Cosmic Blues from Janis Joplin, and we also had the second Blood, Sweat, and Tears album, which is great.
I just remember
so there you go.
Steve Miller Band. And
there you go.
Yep, Superfly.
But definitely. We have been talking about pre-Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, post-Thanksgiving cocktails. We've got some great things for you tonight. 3 variations on a theme, which are just awesome. A sour with bubbles is your friend. I had a Manhattan. I had this week's drink over here. I never even got to the one I was going to make. And I'm dry.
My gosh. I better take it off the list.
Oh, well, I'll make it right now.
Unless you want to make it right now.
I don't have anything right now, so.
All right, we'll do it.
What the hell?
I'm not going to stop you. No one's watching. But
Folks,
well, no.
No, people are watching.
The important people are still watching.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
True. I'm going to doff this ice cube. I'm going to add a few ice cubes.
The Commodores! Oh my gosh.
Commodores.
Yeah. I have a funny line on Richard's. Well, it's probably not funny.
Which act blew the others away? Oh, there we go. Beach Boys, Ike and Tina Turner. Took the last train from Grand Central. Yeah, almost missed the train. I've done that.
Oh my gosh.
Man. That is some kind of awesome that I can't even describe. Ike and Tina Turner.
Amy saw the Gap Band in college.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know, John, it's really hard to say which blows the others away. That Cosmic Blues Band is great. The Steve Miller hits is fantastic. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears, too. That's just a great record.
Lisa used to roller skate. You dropped the bomb on me. Oh, my God.
Baby, drop the bomb on me.
Gosh. John says, we're here for the duration. Here. Well, you're in for it, John. We'll just stick around.
Let's make it happen. Need another drink, apparently, because I don't have. There were a couple of double old fashions up here. Did those get busted?
They're down there now.
Let's get some.
I was trying to clean up the back bar to be...
Fair enough. Elevator!
Slightly tidy.
Elevator going down.
No. Doesn't matter. Okay, there you go.
Double old-fashioned glass. This is just a large
This is our after-hours hang. I'm just going to tell myself that.
Oh, yeah, really, seriously. You're still here, folks? Let's get
after-hours.
Roll up the old sleeves there. Let's get the guy. Let's get the guy on the piano.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Guy on the piano using another pack of Parliaments. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. There we go, yeah. Give that man a big 40 ounce of Pabst Blue Ribbon and let's go.
Oh my God. Okay, Pepper Tree Villa's still watching. Oh my gosh.
Rock and roll. I'm glad you're still here.
DJ Vintage, so please make it. Oh my God. Okay.
I'll make it.
All right.
Are you here? Are you watching us? Are you our fans? Are you our
okay.
audience?
Wait. Oh, you gotta. John threw down. Best show you saw at the old manufacturing was?
Oh, jeez. Man. You got me thinking so many good shows. Some of which I could actually tell you.
Give that a laugh.
I could relate to you exactly how good they were. I'm not going to tell you how. But yeah, there were so many good shows. I'll give a couple of favorites here. The second time in '89, we saw Naked City there, and then a week later I saw it with Dean Lashus. And that was such a great show. And I was shouting out song titles because I knew them by then. He's like, how do you know these songs? I'm like, well, I saw them last week, which was great.
Oh.
It was such a great show, and I wish I had that on tape, but I do not, unfortunately. And what I do have on tape is the first time we ever saw Sun Ra there, which was just brilliant. Just a brilliant show. Ra was out of this world for serious and for real, and I recommend you listen to his music. Yep.
Sandy, you're still here.
Hey, Sandy!
Oh.
Still here? Yeah, some people...
I'm still here.
Some
Okay.
people are hanging out in the background. Just
roller skates. That is a
yeah.
set of wheels I haven't seen in years. And occasionally... oh my gosh.
Oh my. Let's make it classic, folks. Here's a little something.
Uh-oh.
Speaking, we've just been through an election season in a year.
Nope,
We're not going to talk about that at all, or except for the fact that this nation does have elections every 4 years, and has for 225 years. Meaning that, our forefathers did such things too. And what did they do?
They like to drink.
Yeah, they usually like to ply people voting with drink. So we're part of that.
I saw Sun Ra Orchestra in Central Park.
Yes, you did. They were good.
I didn't see Sun Ra.
It was 2+ hours, and at the end of the show, they kind of marched around the audience and out. It was unbelievable.
Yes,
they were so good. They're so good.
Right.
Just a great, crazy concepts. I was listening to a bunch of those albums recently and realizing I kind of missed them. They were good. So we're going to actually add to this little container here, if I can find my pony in a shot. Boom. 1.5 ounces.
In a G-string, bear on a shot.
Zuba zaba, zuba zaba, zuba zaba zoo. Pardon me.
These down. What are you making?
Stone Fence.
Oh,
here's a classic.
I've already added that to the playlist.
Classic from the year 85. Shot of your favorite bourbon. If it happens to be rye, well, go to town.
My favorite bourbon becomes Wild Turkey at Thanksgiving because Wild Turkey. Because I'm...
Hello. It's very literal. Just saying. Gotta do it. That's
I enjoy that. I enjoy that.
Look, this is a shot of Wild Turkey with some ice. How is this so far?
Wild Turkey.
That's smooth. Very nice.
Smooth.
That's smooth, baby. That was some Angostura bitters or other old-fashioned bitters if you have them.
Oh, Colonel Keg is back.
Oh.
All right.
Back in the New York groove. So, how about a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters? That's an excellent place to be.
All right.
If you had Stoughton's bitters, oh, good job.
Stoughton's?
If you had...
I've never heard of Stoughton's bitters.
Yeah, that's a very, very old bitters. If you had Fee's Old Fashioned or another label as Old Fashioned bitters, that's kind of the way to go here.
Wild Turkey surprise.
Boom. So, shot of bourbon over some ice, a couple of dashes of bitters, and guess what?
Okay, you got to see this. FYI, the Gap Band was from Tulsa.
Tulsa! No way!
Live. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
Freeman, Archer, and Pine.
Lisa, I'm obsessed.
The guy still lived on. That's fantastic.
I'm obsessed. I love that.
That's like the Sugar Hill Gang. Those guys are all just local Brooklyn kids or Queens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
And Sugar Hill Records was actually run by Sylvia from Mickey and Sylvia. Dig that. Oh, John swiped a lot of Sun Ra. Oh, after they throw you all those rock albums like the Stooges Funhouse. Durr.
Wow.
At the time it was trash. These days it's considered potentially the greatest rock album ever made.
That's smooth.
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 I still only have a shot of bourbon here. I need to top this with something. I'm going to go
that is
classic.
Smooth.
What I'm going to top it with is hard cider. We've been making hard cider.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
In this little vial here.
That is smooth.
I took cider, I let it sit there, and it made itself hard. So, guess what? Yeah, that doesn't sound like anything else. I need to open this very gently.
That is smooth. Oh, boy.
That's pretty violent. Gonna let that hiss for a while.
That's crazy.
Whoops.
He's got to get it out of here while it overflows.
Danger
Smooth, you guys. Super smooth. Oh, that's terrible. It's just terrible. I wish I could show you what he's doing now, but I would have to focus the camera and, yep, nope. But it's smooth. So smooth. Yeah, it looks a little too smooth. You know, I woke up in the middle of the night a few days ago thinking like, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't have that cider with a cork in it because it's going to blow in the middle of the night and kill us. But he had a squirt cap, so sounds a little too smooth. Will you be back?
I will.
He says he'll be back. Oh boy. All right.
And release the pressure. She's gonna blow, Captain.
It's smooth.
I can't do it. This has been fizzing like mad. The yeast has been going crazy. It's all natural yeast. So this has been making alcohol. I suspect that the proof right now is probably about 8. You know, it's not anything impressive, but it's a pretty good beer.
Let's get you where you're going.
And we're going to top that with the hard cider. You can make hard cider. You can buy hard cider. The hard cider you buy is a little more refined than what I have here in the old Rockout bottle.
Smooth.
But it's pretty smooth. And that is a stone fence. Boom.
Wow. John showed up because he's missing in the comments. Yeah, I know. The comments have been good on YouTube.
Comments have been very good on YouTube, and I'm very happy to see people. Sometimes we don't get a lot of people on YouTube, and it's really tough to work 2 platforms. I don't expect people to choose one or another necessarily, but this is a classic. If you happen to have some really good locally made hard cider, shot of your bourbon over some ice. Some bitters, top with that cider, a nice dry cider. Boom! Abundanza. This is a great thing.
You did. Okay, Stone Fence. I gotta get back to this. It was just the bourbon and the cider, right?
Bourbon cider bitters. That's it. It's a really,
how much
really
bitters
simple thing.
Did you do?
2 dashes.
Of which?
I use Angostura. So, and old-fashioned bitters works very well here because it complements all the flavors. This cider is pretty dry because the yeast is consuming all of the sugars in the apple juice. We just got some really great local cider, which was non-pasteurized. Let it sit. It'll take care of itself. And it's got a really nice bouquet. It is heavily carbonated.
I'm thinking I might want to try something like that, but with the
bubbles.
The now completely warm bubbles.
You have bubbles in the parking lot?
And if you get that reference, I will send you a prize.
Yeah, seriously.
He just made a really, really, really obscure reference.
It is yet.
White man short leg balls.
It's got the fever.
Oh my gosh.
It's driving me crazy.
All right. So
pardon? But definitely.
Bourbon,
bitters,
bubbles.
Bourbon, bitters, bubbles. That's it.
Bitters,
bourbon, bitters, bubbles. No mush mouth. That's it. Choose your vessel, fill with ice, and go to town. You can do what you were doing with this, and it's okay. But you
I have a good idea.
Okay.
But I got to get these old craisins out of here.
Well,
the old craisins.
Do you simply need a new glass?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'll take this though.
Yeah, I'll take that sock. Oh, yeah. We.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Things happen. Hey.
All right.
Give that a break.
Thank you.
Elevator going up.
Okay. I want a festive coaster on my glass.
I know.
All right.
I'm still wearing a turkey on my head. Just saying.
I'm still wearing a turkey on my head. That should just be a meme.
I'm still wearing a turkey on my head. Somebody should do the screen grab on the text and just send it to me because,
I'm just thinking about
you know how it is.
All right. The bubble wasn't working.
Oh, off color. But it's the
Off
late
color,
night.
and yet I'm laughing.
It's after 10, so this is a late night.
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
folks.
yeah. This is BLK after hours.
Hey, folks, here we are at the Velveteen Lunch Kitchen. I hope you're enjoying
See,
yourself.
That comes fast. Okay.
We got a special tonight on the beef tornadoes. You want to check that out. Midnight, we got a classic Henny Youngman will be here. Check it out, folks, please.
All right. All right. Let's be serious for a minute.
No, we must be really dire and serious. This is a serious cocktail show.
Be serious for a minute. Wait, this is a serious cocktail show.
We're here for entertainment purposes because nobody else is doing it for you these days, folks.
Okay.
We have to give you a little bit of love. All right.
I'm being serious. Here's me being serious.
Well, do it, O wicked witch.
Shut up. I got a good idea.
Well, what is it?
I'm going to go get it.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
I'll just stand here looking like a fool.
Well, you know
folks.
what? Do what you do best.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to check out comments.
Do what you do best.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Calvados recommendations. Ah, shoot.
Come on, that's brandy, right?
Yeah, that's apple brandy. We never really bought a genuine bottle of Calvados. We bought New Jersey Applejack, which is very good. The old Applejack stuff. Linda Pedersen, don't drive this evening. No, I'm gonna.
I got nowhere to go.
I've got nowhere to go. I'm here tomorrow.
I've got nowhere to
We've got all the food and all the booze. Done.
All right. I'm going to start with an ounce. An ounce of.
You want to get the pony side of that? Just saying.
There was drippage out of the other side. An ounce of
Tomorrow.
Grand Poppy Amaro from Green Bar Distillery in Los Angeles.
That's a really fun blend. Got nice flavors.
It is a very fun blend. And because I'm not done, I'm going to do the apple. Poppy and apple together again. Although I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of the apple because I don't want this to be too sweet.
It's a fair thing to do. The poppy has a slight sweetness to it. Yep. Although it is a genuine Amaro, it is bitter.
Then a 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice. I hope I still have it.
You got plenty of lime.
1/2 ounce fresh lime juice.
Yep. No question.
I feel like I should call this like the 8-track or something.
The conversation went that way.
It really did.
I feel like Joe needs a collection of 8-tracks again. He's thinking, no.
Joe's like, I feel like I don't need that, but okay.
But whoever it is who is actually looking for a pacer,
4 dashes Angostura dips. And then, let's bring it back to the bubbles. Which went where? Oh, they went in the
you tell me.
Ice. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, keep them cold.
All right. I'm all right with that. Yay!
So that was built-in flute top with bubbles. You want everything to be very cold. If it's not quite that cold, add an ice cube, get it cold, and you can always remove the ice cube.
Let's try
there we go. Boom.
Wow, there's pulp in this.
Well, it was fresh squeezed juice. Just saying.
That's good.
Oh, I'm still getting that very fresh juice.
Yep.
But the poppy is coming through. Yeah, that's really nice.
That's really good.
That's really nice.
Oh my gosh, I might have to.
Distinct bitter hit to that.
I might have to share this tomorrow.
Are we all lit?
The anti-babe. I love that.
Yeah, do you want the natural follow-up to that?
Everybody lit.
Yeah. Patrick, please. Auntie is hung. Barla, oh, hello. So good to see you, too. I'm so glad you stopped by.
Hello. Thank you for stopping by.
It's so kind of awesome. Everyone comes home for the holidays, fortifying with friends before dinner with the brother-in-law. Yeah, that's more true these days than ever, and it's very unfortunate the way that's true. But you do what you need to, folks.
Oh. It's just us. Well, I would say it's us tomorrow, but the family will be here via Zoom.
Yes.
So you know what? My glass is half full.
I have no problem whatsoever with maintaining sanity.
Is it still tomorrow? Yeah, it's still tomorrow. Okay. No, I was just looking at is it after midnight? It is not. So.
What do you mean? Is it still today?
It's still today.
Yes.
Yep, it's still today.
Do you need a cube in that? You need a cube into that? I mean a cube.
I'll take the cube.
Yeah. It looks like that might have warmth.
Yeah. I'll take the cube.
Here's a nice cube.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. It's still today. We're not at tomorrow yet, but we will be at tomorrow on the East Coast in no time at all. And I got to agree with Doug. Thanksgiving Eve is like the biggest night of the year for going out to bars.
I never knew that until this year. Apparently it is. So.
The fact is, we've actually been in this house for 17 years. We haven't thought about going out to bars. We have some great local bars. We have great local distilleries and brew pubs and whatnot. They're a fantastic product. We have fantastic wineries in the region. There's all sorts of great places to go and have a libation and enjoy. We even have a cider mill that makes unbelievable cider. This is their cider. I made it a little hard.
Oh, Keg, thank you.
More Velvetones. Working on it.
Yep.
It's been a very
I feel like we need to do a Christmas song.
It's been a very intense season.
I feel like we need to do a Christmas song, though, so maybe this will light a fire under our behinds to do a Christmas song. I
don't need a can of Sterno under my butt to make things happen, but... But if it did happen, we can make things. Definitely, we have the tools, the resources. We can definitely do it. We have some great inspiration.
Oh my gosh, Doug, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Boom. Okay, marathon. Look out, Twilight Zone. I would do both. I would do Twilight Zone and I would do VLK Marathon. Both of them will take you places. I'm just saying.
That's true. Is it time?
Well, we've been going now for nearly 2.5.
I think this might be a record.
It is not
live video record.
It is not a record for a live video because we have gone plus 3 hours from time to time. But
what?
Yes, we have.
When did we do that?
But lately we've been keeping to a pretty tight 90, and this sucker is about to hit 2.5.
We're over.
Why? Because we started saying, well, we might wrap it up, and people were still here, and said, no, we're still here. So we kept it going.
Well, it's nice to have people here because...
It's Thanksgiving Eve. You can't go to a bar. Where are you going to go? Velveteen Lounge, your favorite bar.
It's nice to have people here because tomorrow it will just be Zoom.
We will experiment. We'll try things. We'll actually relate it to you. Do this. Yep. You will have interesting results. We'll tell you what is terrible and you should not try because you don't need to have terrible drinks.
No.
Jeez.
No.
Who needs that?
No.
You need good drinks. This is a classic from about 17, I don't know.
This is a good one from just now.
That's a good one that's contemporary.
It's a good one from just now.
They're very different ideas. They work so well.
Anyway. We're not driving anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're here.
When I start this broadcast, my keys are gone. I don't need to do anything. I'm in for the evening. Done. Done, 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 done. Oh. Amy says, got a friend start a new label. A great Christmas song? Oh, please. Drop me the details, please, in PM. I'm interested.
Oh my gosh.
Projects need to happen.
Disco fries and carry on. Yes. Our local diner will do disco fries. They're not on the menu, but you have to ask.
This is the great thing about them. If you look at the menu, there's no such thing as disco fries. If you say, could you make me disco fries? Oh, yeah, boom.
Yeah. Oh,
they know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't know about pizza fries, which is a real oversight. But disco fries,
you know what?
Hey, I have no complaints. When we got them that one time, they were so good. It's a pretty easy kind of a thing. If you're thinking, gee, that kind of sounds like poutine. Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Although you're making gravy tomorrow, and maybe you could make a lot of extra, keep it in the freezer.
Maybe I'm going to make a real boatload of gravy because we're going to have plenty of leftover fat from the bird, and that will make a lot.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Amy, please do. Thank you.
Please, very interested. I was listening to a lot of. What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, platforming as well. Listen to a lot of High Tide material recently that's doing Christmas. There's some great stuff from Slowing the Boats on Christmas that you want to check out. You can check that out on Spotify free of charge. If you love it, you can buy it. You can buy it. You can buy it on record. They're selling the records.
They're our friends. Please buy it.
But please, go buy, you want to audition things because you want to know what's what, but I highly recommend the Slowing the Boats. But definitely. And the
oh my God. Okay, Sandy's asking, what are disco fries?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Sandy, here's the thing. If you go to Montreal, there is a particular local product that everybody here probably has heard about called poutine. And I don't exactly know how that translates, but at the end of the day, all you need to do is take a plate of fries, coat it with cheese curds. You might have heard of cheese curds from the Midwest. That's the same product. And then top it with gravy. If you throw that all together when everything is really hot, it all just kind of starts melting together and makes a big, bloody mess. And when you've had a few of these and need to soak it up, it is
the ultimate soaking up booze food.
Now, back here in the States, people don't know what cheese curds are in New Jersey, but they do know what...
They do know in Wisconsin.
They do know what mozzarella cheese is. So if you go to a New Jersey diner and want a plate of disco fries, I think about 8 times out of 10, the joint is going to go, oh, sure, plate of fries, bunch of mozzarella cheese, shreds, gravy. And it's essentially the same product that does the same
so decadent and so
service to you. That's disco fries.
Yep.
So if you go to Montreal and ask for disco fries, they have no idea what you're talking about, but they'll serve you poutine, which is excellent. If you go to New Jersey, they will serve you disco fries, which is very Saturday Night Fever. So there you go.
Exactly.
Oh, poutine is awesome. Oh, please. Oh, so you got a local that does poutine.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're all set.
You're set. You're good. But if you're ever like traveling north and you just want to have that classic flavor, if you're anywhere within New Jersey state,
yes, for disco fries.
And you ask for disco fries, we've actually had them in Asbury. And then, of course, there's that diner within Pennsylvania that will do disco meatloaf. Wow. Village Diner.
Oh my God, that is so good.
This is an unbelievable experience.
We have to cross the state line to get
this stuff, but it is an unbelievable experience. Local foods, I love them. This diner actually innovated the disco
Village
meatloaf.
Diner.
They made it happen. It is so good.
Milford, Pennsylvania. So so
Hey, bye, Ken. So good to see you. It's awesome.
Good night. Yep.
Her Majesty's gravy. Did I say that? I don't know if I did, but you know what? Go with it. That's incredible. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, too good, too good. We are. Oh no, so something on the old Facebook.
The old Facebook.
So, well, folks, it's about that time. We've had some fantastic things for you tonight. If you sponsor us via Patreon, you will find all of these recipes tomorrow. If you don't, you'll find them.
Really?
One of them up on
Disco
Facebook.
Scrapple would be incredible.
Wow, that sounds kind of heavy. But if you do it, I need pictures.
Disco Scrapple sounds amazing.
Need pictures.
That sounds amazing.
Too much too soon. Good. All good. All these fried up fats with potatoes and cheese. Great. Gravy. We'll have a ton of gravy tomorrow. Literally a metric 2,000
That's what I'm
pounds.
saying. Save it for disco fries.
I'll just put it in containers. Pint-sized containers, and away we go.
Let's do it.
We will need that for disco fries.
Yep.
But definitely.
Yep.
Had some fantastic drinks here tonight. These are pre-Thanksgiving drinks and Thanksgiving drinks. We were thinking about, you're coming in to see the family. You're like, oh, geez, I need a drink. And we're thinking of Thanksgiving Day. What are you going to have?
I think a lot of people are shrinking their bubble this year. So.
And you're thinking to yourself, I need a Manhattan. So we've had some great things for you. I highly recommend having a bottle of bubbles or 5 around tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Might need it.
We'll be walking into the liquor store tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first time we've walked to the liquor store on Thanksgiving.
And as Joe says, I'm so glad we've had this time together.
All right.
We've made several fantastic drinks for you.
All right.
There are easily found ingredients that you can do, and bitters you can order over the internet. Good night, everybody.
It's lovely. It was beautiful.
But
anyway, happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you
soon.
Next week. Glendora will be here this week.
Oh, yeah, Glendora.
But anyway, she'll be picking up our slack.
Yeah.
Have a fabulous